mu pabia ade school ko pabia no mu ye utimi hwe no utimi no hwe it is so my job.
Wow. Na sa je na free he e de na ba say akoda ye bibi a cheche ni ntimi mu no ite nam say a cheche for na ja omo life amomo sa je na e de na ba
and some I say abansi momo aquarium.
Yes.
Only this so what okay ya time rolling time so someone go school kwa mo ma be show na say the see no ade it's sad me say the pass akwara e mama no 5/5 only so mo shiri you so for you so pass on here na so person mo show aba
yeah
by force mo you know ask ade
yeah
I say no e bio mo see child right and say the BBT I do pay no way
Matthias here it we ra church for na dwimu and na wahunu say no the way ayejeje ankwada na say oh ukohwe akwada na say wotwe akwada bi aso a the way ye be ma o makwanya ne o mo right issues inti I don't think that church for na je o mo life on we say country o hello morning
fine morning
mama na to say
me patro yo
Mr. Oda Wudina baby of free
ebi ni me fefi akwatia na de manyamo
wudam ebi etie o
yo cha yesi wo school ni mu na wo fo na friends teachers for na me di o mo ya o papa teachers for no ebi say mo mo asaje say mo hwe enkwala na wo school mo no so nti si akata mamo mbon kwala kra na sa mamo mbon kwala ni ba no teachers for no man say wo hwe o to gwa ni nyini aba no o mo bisa no nsem no na o teacher nsem no ka say ye kwasu nyina na teachers for let wo mo aye den o mo twi o mani a mo nti de hu nti so mo ba o mo betla wo no mo say bibi boni say nto na teachers for na mo ho no na mra ni wo mu ndi pa say ni o ma ye no say wa hwira kwala no hu say nka no na den na ye ya nka bibi say na say kwasu na wo teacher ni wo twi wani na wo hwe mo so mo ndi e na man tra de mo tra de bi we no mo njai say obi ahwere ne ma eno so a o so mo frɛ ne carry ntia na wo fo police people so ano what to about the do somebody say but that you no kunu I just some phone e kwa to say yes try say free education so no e kwa so abai fun a on drink Ghana for ho abai fun a on drink Ghana for ho say ya na ebe hu no na Ghana for so bia nya na dwinye na abato no yenso ti abai boni we no penny baby cry ntwere
me da say ebi akasa Baminyina ebi nkomo yisu na memfa eye of regiment ye nsi ase na ye makwan na Roger Emmanuel the sportsman na camera why crowd what dia gudie mu nsem obre question number 2 edie na asi edie na aba enwa behia se ye beka we power authority any voter river authority abom na ye wi ayedum pempenso a thermal investments na omaye no ya ne company bi ne ye akoto Ghana Stock Exchange so na ya frafra Ghana sikafo se omumbato shares e wo company ni mo na Ghana sigafo na ye be frofro mo na ho amwa Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Susu say omo wa ban mu o mawie oman ni sika ene o manya sika pa no wo mo na be kwa akofomato no ma benya shares e wo sa adwumakuo yi mo na fe state capture no e CPA sita yo kan woni ne ya adwen ye ne be kasa wa bra bo no so apemu basabre agudie mo nsem Roger Emmanuel the sportsman akwa krado Roger Martin say
Kwame, good morning. Me who you pan out so to say.
Me kuramu den.
That's it.
And I no pay dia na ekọ.
Right, and I no pay say asasa transfer do say a good one some ya boy and seven nyina no ready but latest no e finsam and afia manoni sem nyina no pay transfer no ya da hon sem e ba won me sinyam ya dum ochra Blasters ejina kono Ghana against Angola Blaster team no anya kodu Kumase hu hihye nyina se na sitie ya transfer no ya the latest from Blasters home camp ya di ebeba na fe won me say na ocho wie Ghana Premier League nso e paso players na fe clubs no egusomo se eya homobo na players ni bi nso akasa se na officials na honsam nyina enso esite na fe bebremu ewo clubs na so woni se nyame yatuma ene hasofok ebo an fucking se bako ewo Accra Sports Stadium te honsam nyina ye di ebebro na fe other clubs ni nyina so ye be ko no ase be komo ni na fe honsam ahodo ekoso woni se international break no eno so anya aba no sante bebremu na ensam ahodo ekoso nyina ena no pe yatena se na de honsam e di ye banamo mchano so se ochina edem live sanse edi live commentary ebe fi Kumase Babara Sports Stadium edi ebromna Blasters wanomoni Angola edi Ewidas ye wieni sape na fe eda jore nos ebe no be adia Blasters corner fi omoni Niger esi dia kwachise so ewo Morocco abonten so and also live commentary Power 97.9 FM yera hon so sem nyina so ebe brem kama ye panamo mchano so se enyumaku bi adawroma wanomo ena ebona fi live commentary no yera hon sem nyina so dia pa Ruta Mr. Na se Ruta Mr. eye droba kwa enu eboye pa eye Ruta natural eye product as a Ruta 4 ena edi abejanse ba se 3D malaria pa na etete opa dia eye Ruta Mr. no ena be kamfo edi amosa se omuni edura gaf trampenfo a wonom ehwe bibidro so ewo bibire Ghana ha nyina jatum sampa eye afie atwam no 2023 womo ena pa na se edura eye anti malaria eye herbal medicine pa dia na te se eye Ruta Mr. Nei pomodi se obeko jasana fe akope biato enu achin so ya dia ye Ruta live and also eboye pa ehuro mo janam kema pa ya de pia titu bia ya de pia no se wo mo janam nyina no enu eni edu a me kanfo de ma se obeko akope biato se no eboye pa ehuro mo jam kema ema ya de pia no se wo mo janam no atimi eyi nyina fe na fe sanso eye new booster and also epo atuma ye pa enu achin no ye Ruta live na ye Ruta live no na se Ruta tonic and also drobako tonica obeka se bia ye mujedro na mo eye typhoid dro anti typhoid dro Ruta typhoid tonica na mo ni dada no eno a na still na no ebo adwuma ye pati obi a typhoid fever na etite wati so a bomori se obenya Ruta tonic na fe no se antimi mo Lances chemical shop herbal shop bebi obawure bia no odi kase ope Ruta product ni bi obenya bi ato 0242 0242 6622 0242662220 na any Ruta mpedifo enso etimi edin komo Adipa ye roofing sheet company limited and also a barisa dense hu nioma de eye omo so e ne de ni ekire esasomo roofing sheet a eye design afi omo a na e manufacturer se e barisa roofing sheet papa ni nyina mu no pomodin se wode ani ebekirimo Adipa ye roofing sheet company limited esana dance hu nioma de wo mo na etima akutie pa open nioma bi se IBR and which news ahodo screw ahodo nyina no ope bia okono ma so na fi obenye be no so se aluminium sheet and so kwa obenye bi so e wono ma so na fi nioma ahodo bia disi da bia no ni nyina no okono ma so obenye bi and which ye wo alu zinc a roofing sheet and so kwa obenye bi so wono aso ntibi biara eye adanse hu nioma pia no bomadi se obeko Adipa ye roofing sheet company limited wanomo ewo ama saman koko board wanomo na obehu sase na kaso so obehu mo nsam wanomo ewo hona fi Kumase wamo ewo aguna ho nyina no bomadi se obeko na fi oni Adipa ye roofing sheet company limited oni omo akodin kama fra wanomo ewo 0592307236 0592307236 ana 0592307237 0592377237 nafi Adipa ye for onomo etimi abonkomo Dovita Herbal Clinic na no pay onomo else asima gude wunsem no ye di about Kwame Minkah say we obia pema wa ye mere ewon pem sexual weakness na tena so o premature ejaculation pema ubejuma ensenyoma nchara koye unya bantu na so a bomodi se woni Dovita Herbal Clinic ebedin common no chi wasi we pema na sutia na ti de bia dan so a anose bomodi se bobo masana fe onom entimi mo we pa ya de bia titu bia no ani Dovita Herbal Clinic enin common awo 0246265313 0246265313 ana 0205586877 0205586877 na fi ani Dovita Herbal Clinic anium abon komo o si 24-hour delivery service and also go so ekoti be o piano pedro bi so a onam ebo poasere be ansa ebetimi so akabe meeting Eddie Roger Imano from the sports monarchy botela and afiko jofo su omutechire e manano pay agude unsem no yare e bro shise Christ say from camp of Blasters na fe yare nsema eno ekoso no mesinya me atuma eda o 4 PM e Kumase Babara Sports Stadium Blasters ejina kono na omuni Angola for na ebo na Blaster team no anya akwa kodu na enura na team no kodu e onum ekodu na omudi kan eye training na training edi kan course no ade a first 30 minutes ade a omo eye training no behind closed door na senya de omuji panie Emma supporters no dona and Central Force Ebabenya after 30 minutes no and up for Ebiatum Emma supporters in Enya Quenya at some Minas Echo here training be and watching so idea players in a fee idea for the phenomenal players no and Tarapte Kama Emma Nyamas etimi kan na ni nyire china perfo dia to just nyame atuma ene na CAF mandatory training no ebetimi abaso na ayade Angola for no ebedi kan atwani wono ebetini 3:30 and I'm training ebe kosa na say before I'm training ebe hyase na ere am coach no ebe koda fe am ne central for akwakushia coach a ye fa ne Paulo Goncalves wono eye panikesia wono ekuta Angola team no wono any central for ebe twitwin koma kakra na hombopo mai ahead of game kesia eno betimi abaso no ne nyina anso ere atu central for nim na Ghana for nyina wo se na ne mesti omo wie ne sape na ere blasters wo so ede omo de ebe hyase no blaster training no eno ebe konyum ne kakra sanse wo sa Angola for no etimi wie asana blasters no on A20 blaster training no eno ebe konyumene na blasters almost press conference no eno se betimi akoso coach Otuado ebe kona fisa press conference no on ede akoso session na no ade 22 players ono nyina so etimi training na ohwe day 1 a ohwe players no etimi kan ebe pie mu ewo Accra Sport no na training no edi kan toja asana no echi no team no so every mu so ewo Kumasi na so for we players a ono mu antimi nya emedu e mra na nura na training course na 2 players pe na no mu timi emedu e me no ka say sa 2 players ono abedu na no pay a ono mu fly by 10 am na so mu attach da Kumasi no makodwane omo dia no me sele be ya pipia so ebetimi akoka frontier ya for Jordan Ayew and afi Elisha Usomu enra be 10 pm and omo ebe lande e wo Ghana hanuma nei ya hwe no se no pay a omo ka kopiem Kumasi be ya pipia so ebetimi akonkan na ohwe trainer no etimi course so a ohwe players omo etimi trainer ya na players bi etse Abrante for Lawrence at the game Sasana players bi etse Abrante for Frederick and afi Inaki Williams Joseph Prento Abdul Mumi Jerome Poku Kingsley Sindela and Abrante for Ali Dusedu other players ni bi Majira Shimero and Francis Apu and afi Mohamed Salisu and Abrante ya for Force na Mankwa Mohamed Kudus and afi other players obi muso akano Abrante ya for se Abdul Fatawi Shaiku Thomas Tate Pate Anton Semenyo Brandon Asante and afi Abrante ya for Ebenezer Anan and afi Jonas Ajete ono ye player perform to Musafre so mo replace Abrante for Alex Jikua ontimi MVP mo na fe Tariq Lamte Ibrahim Osman omunyina e players a omutimi train Emmanuel Kokenra we train e course dia na set pieces na chese no mo ho adwuma yepa na enra train no here na city na set pieces no who say for bia no and set pieces bia no now Sampana Kudus Mohammed akwa gine chire no abo na strikers na pim na fi atonet bi on se ntimi internet kora kikinyina no obo Sampana Kudus akwa gine chire nyina set pieces a eno practice e training kama pa e ma nioma se etimi kokane ye hwe no se blasters om training no e be sa atos se be ya nioma ebetimi enso ewie payo kama na kasema for Edema Ghana Football Association Harry Asante Chum e kasaka kra Erifa Blasters onom ahomboa so far yeti ni nsema okan.
At the moment, we have 22 players in camp. 22 players traveled from Accra to Kumasi. The only 2 absentees are Jordan Ayew and Elisha Owusu. They will arrive in Accra tonight at 10 p.m. and then they will join us here in Kumasi tomorrow morning. The coaches decided to include 1 more player, Forsen Amankwa. So Forsen arrived this morning, and so he's part of us here. We've had the likes of Mohamed Kudus, Kingsley Shendla, Abdul Mumin, Inyaki Williams, Lawrence Atiziki, Ali Duseidu, Salisu Mohammed, and a host of others joining us last night. So, and then this morning, Joseph Pintel arrived. So we traveled with 22 players, and the other 2 will join us tomorrow. Then tomorrow we'll do the official match day -1 training, which is at 4 and 5:30 p.m. Angola will train at 4 p.m. Ghana will train at 5:30 p.m. This is because Angola, they are waiting, must train at the kickoff time as stipulated by the regulations, and then we will train after them, and then we have decided to train at 5:30. The official pre-match press conference for Ghana is at 5, and then that of Angola will be at 3. 3:30, yes, that is the arrangement we have made.
Okay, tia nu yen sama Henry Asante Chuma kasema for my Ghana Football Association. One said the Tianra and our FA president Ura Keto Kriku and an impedifon so a fee in Krahasia almost attached down Okuma so many Ekoko Boa Serbia Blasters and Baboa. One of a year to be Peba Conkai say, when say Kafa Jatum Sampa temporary, or my Jatum say March you in Quandie, you bet me a bob about us person number your boss how much you pay near my P or Honoma was sempre for 2 years or about us to the Mansana subsequent matches. I can yan up in a Jatum na Blasters aboriginal so our Kumasente no Ekoko from Penefo and so Eddie Abre Ghana Football Association. Era on some Emana Uraketo Kreku and you know and Aku Pimo Kumase on son any vice Urama Kado or say Pimo Kumase Dr. Randy Abe or say a executive council member Omina I am Penefo Minokase from Ghana Football Association almost say every Okumase Omina Kopwa Serbia Sapi Kemino and I say Ebetimisu Abasenra and I betu just a club of FC Barcelona I was Spain assigned Dreams FC and I feel under 20 star around Tefana Abdul Aziz Isa is a etimi asana nra an official on etimi unveiling the kama pa Emma Minoka Celebrantino Ukwako Academy FC Barcelona na only say club Saudo P and anaka Brantona come episode musano club akwa bibrim na omombode ball was through pa elali our Egypt na come epesaka Brantona musana kasika omudi paro na bo tuye pa Sini nyina penefo consider say player in the future ni here na Barcelona and betimi develop ni ye entino ajatum sampa once number elali na fiowrem FC Barcelona non ko si akan enfa Emma club no menu ka say this season kwa 3 players from Ghana Premier League on our Spanish La Liga and as an Eco Sabda Eco FC Barcelona no na Abrantia Yefene David Odro one also from Accra Lions one also to me room our FC Barcelona one more team binemo MNA Abrante for Aziz Isa and so Akoka on Wetino on say Abrantia Yefene se Bernard Sumoa on the Senacadema Crobia Kumasia Santiago one also our Cheta Vigo one also Hormone and I want to say Eco Kusina Kain and Tiano Eka Crano so if you're man etimi abetuja I don't want some so Emma yewremu and some from dia na ediani so echirimo parliament onim say nchekra and na democracy cup ekoso has of folk and Kumasi Asante Doko and na ishia na has edin to kamienu a onom etimo bako onim say mpefo ehihye se sika no benya nyina no omde bobo asire be ya yen teachers echire physical education PE Masters no edi be mom nimdie na film aye coaching course awro na fetimi aboa serebe yom ebetimi a develop talent awro mpede foda tuja say ehwe no say eye physical trainers hwe mo ndi say ebetimi mom ntitie no eye 275 eye physical trainers eye teachers echira de various schools ani mpedefo a ye hwe no say ade calf lances G no nyina de mo ho ebetimi ahyem na fetimi aboa serebe ya talent awro no ebetimi a develop mo na pipia so etimi akokete ska efisa game no mobile no we ani nneema bia wamodi ebinsu eyentwe reporter no apa yewrem our kafa kachi onim say Ghana Football Association for atuja say enchekra dia video assistant referee ebi ebeba Ghana league no na medoka say omo asman penifobia dia kafa so ye enomodi omoni achemesan say dia video assistant referee course bi guso ekoso dia medoka say 4 Ghanaian referees enom etimi awremu a omo nyina ekokoso asa nimdie no di abobo asere ya jumedium edins no nyema ebetumi akoka onim se Prosper Harrisonado Ghana Football Association general secretary ono se etimi akopimo Africa so nyina ehwe no se nyema se betumi akoka referees ni bia se ekoye no Rita Amankansa Boatin wono ekopiemo sase na Julian ni akwanunu ono se referee Ghana hasia ono se etimi akopiemo na fe Ura Alex Cotti ono cap referee instructor na fe Ghana Football Association referees general manager ono se etimi akopiemo jumere na se na fe nyina ekobo serebe ya jumedium edin nyama akokanwachi Ura wono se CAF instructor refere Emmanuel Agrago nyina mperifa no kase de efi Ghana asia ekosia se nimdia no serebe ya Ghana Premier League no the video assistant referee asibetimi aboboa serebe ya jumedia onom edins no nyama ebetimi akoka onom se nyama yatuma weekend na Ghana Premier League and also paso na fixtures na say na etie Dreams FC omni summer test na ebeshia Vision FC and Blokum Chelsea beshia has folk ebo Basaki Holy Stars our Cross Sports na Fikalala United any Asante Kotoko and so Ebesha so Treman Ebo Yon Apostles Diana Stars Ebo Heart of Folk Heart of Lions Diana Stars Ebo Heart of Lions Bebeni Ghost Stars Ebo Legon City Senafe Nation FC Sini Betchum United and so Ebo Midiama Sporting Club and Accra Lions and Asian House Esa say weekendi Ghana League in Asia says Romudi Atuja say Nyame Eya Duma and Edria our Accra Sports Stadium on Ebo high profile friendly gamer any Dreams FC and about 3 p.m. and at side game no ebetimi abaso our Accra Sports Stadium na only say Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko almost ejina konoa wamo any club of Kalala United and so na Asia na eno and side game eno ebas no only say Kotoko leadership playing body leadership no perform to say Freddy Kasori wono general captain Eddie team no and which Abrantia ye fana say Justice Blay also a deputy captain and after Brant fana Samba One wono say perform pana say third captain ebe boss be Kotoko team no nyoma ebe team akokena Brant fana Samba One eba no for the first time otune nimito akasa ediafa Ghana Premier League no na yendi kan enti nsema okaye edifa Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko team no ankasa ho yenti Samba One.
Yeah, as you know, I know that they are waiting for us. So we assure them that we will start very well. The first thing, when you change the environment, is difficult. But as we are to come to Ashanti Kotoko, it will be like something easy because the way they will treat you and everything, that will make you like. You are holding that country. We are so confident on us. We are ready to start this league. Every day and every time you have to push hard and to make yourself and say proud every day. That's why I want to fight every day. So the league is very, very tough.
Kenti Samba One na motirika nwechi osaka sa ede fa kuto club nankasa and afi supporting base no kasa de fa one of players no near what supporters na expect ede fi omunchi yenti Samba One.
As you know, I know that they are waiting for us, so we assure them that we will start very well. We have good quality, like as you know, we know that you are behind us, so we are promising that we are going to fight. Every match is a final for us. So this season, we will be making people happy this season. We are ready to do it.
Samba One and Amotinika na Abrantia fana say Emmanuel Entry as a player de Makrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko or a second cry new season Kotoko Erimu.
A great family and fun to be with, you know. Because as you can see, our pre-season has been so good, so well. I can boldly say the players are ready to, you know, exhibit their talent, show whatever they have on the field, you know, to help the club to reach their, you know, the highest level. Yeah, so basically, it hasn't been difficult at all. Because if you're a new player, you come to.
Okenti Emmanuel Entry esina karma Krobia Asante Kotoko na mutiom kanti ne ba ne se Kotoko nyame atuma timu no ewa Cape Coast na otum force to the second ebe ko Kumasi festival no ekoso Cape Coast no obefi Kumasi na afi akoko no ma haria enya ne tie se jumede bi ekoso UCC omo se ebe bona ba so mo wie sa pe woni Kotoko timu no ebe hia o ye Cape Coast na afi ordinary din sam nyina ede atu timu no ma sana ti no timu no abepimo Kumasi na afi mo abremu terebe yom ne kalela game no ese ebe timi ewremu na wo ye kakra afi Asante Kotoko mo camp a eno so epa yen kwam no ni te na afi sorry so onim se under 20 female world cup na ekoso ewo Colombia na results e PM no senate Mexico omo trefe kamye no a Australia antimi anti sakre no a na ekose no chi no ade France se tena ho ema omo efre Brazil she kamye nsa ono so antimi anti na fi Japan ehye ekanson ema New Zealand enso antimi anti ekana fi Costa Rica enso etrama Netherlands ehye omo kapol mienu a omo so antimi anti ntiwe eye games kakra no efi under 20 world cup no ma no so epa no chi onim say AFCON qualified games kakra enso betimi abas games a ene ebas no say ena etie Comoros ene Gambia ebe Libya enso ne Rwanda ebe hia na fi Tanzania ene Ethiopia ebe Sudan ene Niger ebe hia ochina ade Malawi ne Burundi airport Central African Republic ane Lesotho ebobo Ghana ebo Angola na Guinea asini Eswatini Swaziland enso Asia na Congo Republic ane South Sudan Siberia Tunisia ane Madagascar so ena Asian tiwe games a ene so ebas ne eba ne se England so mo international break no mo match o mo ebo ne abetu ja ne se 3 key players on Tunisia kan and farmer Tunisia say ne eba ne se Abrante for the Kopama on Tunisia kan Arsenal Fifodi and after Abrante for the Oli Watkins omo 3 players a England team no nyadia omo ebetimi enso ewremu kama ntiwe ensema no se fiona and so eba emrenenti yemfensia na nyame ya atoma ewia yebeba yebekam nyina no yera ho nsem ebebreti from tie 97.9 FM so bitin edi rocha imano from the sports monake botela and afi kojufu so bitin chima na no pay made nsem no edi bright sabi Kwame ai krado a oremu etwaso
meda se Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch so dia agudie mo nsem abrɛ na no pay with DwaboAse wo power 97.9 afenso TV XYZ yeba bebo etonto sansa na abusua mesemo tonto sansa ya yebebo ne nente se daada de enu bi because questions are yeba bebusa no se ye nyina ya nka mbom na ya mbisa na ya nyam no kura yete ya na to man Ghana eti Dr. Matthew Poku prempe bia wo bia wo no team ye be hia se wosamo ye ne se Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim se nura wo de WhatsApp messages bi ema mrashe bedwafo bi a omo dom kuma sa WhatsApp message na no kura wo de ma omo ampa ma wo de ma omo no na wo interest ye de ai ena fe so hia be hia se wo se we power authority any voter river authority ebeka bom na drum pempenso bi omo thermal infrastructure no mo be form company bi na mo de akoto Ghana Stock Exchange no Dr. Matthew Poku prempe wo interest e wo sa de ani mu ye de ai Dr. Matthew Poku prempe we are running mate Emma Baumia asabre aka meritia wa ye koto aba wani abre se saade we chinchine wo se bem no we interest eye de susu ampa se de ye tete no kra wo de anya no kra trade statement na for beto abonti na chere se eno man ya amanfo kike wunye mu bia e bo tonton sansan men ko ba bia details no me de be ma wo
Remember who we are singing now. At risk of prostate enlargement.
Konkoya, natural samaba. Na sawachi. Konkoya, natural samaba. Na sawachi. Konkoya, natural samaba.
Well, a brass will see a baby tonto sansa, some about swampa. As I'm cassia pa ba Frank and Ziswo, and I to my Ghana. Sabre ya ye kase. But I was on my bow, Mammy salutu, Elekem Kotoko, and a face of Stevenata. And in your man, you made your medie, and Yanamo metro. Some of the crata Koto special prosecutor and him. Say, one be here, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, roller will play ye. Ewo PDS deal no no. And what be here say ye be jemu. Ye investigating no. No, he's seeking the high office of the land. He's seeking the high office of the land. Wo you be a man for behwa so say obetima dan panindie su bi adi. Say ba kabi mami kep eba ye friend say ketasane proya. Obetima di hu dwuma yie. Ba say ketasane proya ho nsem aba pen. Na wo hu bom mu a a bad day na mansenya jidie wo mu enam nam na montuo bi sunti PDS enya akwanya bebu o my Ghana. In fact, Peter Mewu ni kwadwo ponkroma ekogina Joy News ene Joy FM so no musu ma say PDS wa buye em yetam o my Ghana sika ade championnifo bi achi so mo kwa 1990 United Arab Emirates no mo kwa hwe PDS wa achi akwan PDS wo bebu ye tam yesika e de kokwa e de role na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia play role play ni say ensiachi ba na nka wo say de ejina mu anka wo say na wo so aban ni gitum e betima boa ye se de be ya ye benya hotoso bi say sempo ensem a PDS wo ne ka no o ma ni so ye benya bibi dia so o ma chi pa no wo se sa no e ko fa ensiachi ba hata bi wo change from bank guarantee and the insurance guarantee. And no na be a quine ma PDS. Emma PDS enya kwenya. Mo bu my Ghana. So a good say, Elekem Kotoko ne Steven Atamo. O mo de sakrata yakoto office of the special prosecutor and ne. Yes, I know some of you are saying say na and na yo mo de akoto e de na che say aban we be de achi. E de na che say aban we e benya seriousness e de achi. No, the wind of change is blowing. Aban besesa na aban foforo ne ba aban ayentoaso de said you say chairman sabozuka no was it December 7 nyamba yembo nia wadi nkunim no edi dia still ya daso wa memu etimu daso wa memu ni ya betumanim se mo bibi pop aye fasa de we hu a this is the time Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ho asem na aba no se mo pese mo clear ni din a this is the time Mon share office of the special prosecutor and I mon share na chi Baumia na cramp no won jeja no no ma no ho kwan no office of the special prosecutor ento ne nsam frɛ no no betra se na ye ntoto na no mbisa ne nsam e wo role wo play ye e wo PDS scandal ni mo so Elekem ni woni wo dom Steven Atamo ba bia mo wo bia me mamo 55 billion gunshot salute and pay won yamaye because yamaye mo nyama mo ho mo yama Ghana. Se PDS asem no ye nya ma ne nkɔ saa kwa emobi ebenya kukodro bi se ye wo man bi mu a ye mu mmra eti se BBC a enam so obia enya ye hwinti ye betima nya kukodro abegina for president. That is the signal you have sent and I congratulate you. Se nyo obia kwa ena betima ba abegina se me president edi wa bra tente huro tare woto na tente huro nyame ampata na eja soma se eja no be show e show so wa be ka ama oman no yamba so be ba be ka ama oman no enti na no pe na dai sabira ye ka say Elekem ni mrantie yi e de krata akoto office of the special prosecutor anima wo mo kire say ye ho hwehwemu enti e good Baumia wo ye obi a wo chika bi mami ka bi amamu adi wo ye obi a wo say wo ba wo be hwa masade we yasia ba ho kwan te said your president Bahama eka say minie baby asem bia maka fam ho bia my account nie mum be hwehwem sabosi mesi dan wo baby mo se mawie sika akoto baby my account nie e no born account wo de 2 TV so national TV so mum be hwehwem eti Baumia sa wo akokodura ye sa de ni bi sanukuradie wo mu a yes ade ni bi sanukuradie wo mu na person man Ghana ye be ye krabehwe na ba ye kabi mami kabi amamu a ye kasa ye betu agina Ghana di mu e de atwi ama hodo animu a ma ho kwan na office of the special prosecutor enfrau ni emisa bisa wonsam efa PDS deal no any the specific role we play wom any akwan a wo ma ya saade we nyina akọ eti elekan baby am obi congratulations afa yema case we ya eno so hia pa eno ya ofie ya Ghana ha ya na ete se mraso bedwafo no ya from wo samra bio kai se wo ye nsiesie e wo mu fie dada anim nti se ya de wo call Accra International Conference Center e wona se dwumadi ahodo no koso na wo hwe eno ma na edo manim se wo mu ba begina so wo sabre wo mu sa ebechiamu ya eno mani bi ni mame bobo so nche wo say Measure of Voter River Authority and Bui Power Authority Bill 2024 say yeka Voter River Authority any Bui Power boom and homra ensusuye Competition Bill 2024 afei Nuclear Power Ghana Authority Bill 2024 Thermal Power Authority Bill 2024 Measure of Energy Commission and Public Utilities Regulatory Commission 2024 and also yembransusuye da ho Measure of Electricity Company of Ghana and Northern Electricity Distribution Company Bill 2024 Business Regulatory Reform Commission Bill 2024 it is also sa no me ya mabobo so ya wan hwa wadwen be say oh sa bere ya Ghana for efre say yentete sika ahodo a aban ni yusu so na yentete aban no ni sika die so no jamanu nti na aban wei wanya nyansa foforo bia opese woka Voter River Authority any Bui Power Authority bom said the ya ye be save o man sika me ya sure says sa dwene be ba utirim ba ade ba ko ayi o mu maaye eye the Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed ebekae and ade etoso mienu esan yi o mu maaye eye Thermal Power Authority Bill 2024 no sa Thermal Power Authority no so munya te pe nia yate e de free Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim o eche bia ne bekasa ene se wo mo de bekwa akoto Ghana Stock Exchange na ya frefre dom se mo a mo wo sika mo asika cha mo ho a mo ye Ghana fo no mo mbeto shares e wo company ni mo na sa wo kan ejapade document na bibia da di pefe se o madwe mpone se wo mo ba betinti mo bowre e wo enyumaku akese e wo man Ghana se de be ya Ghana japade fa na be ba be dey e be ba be di o mo ho e wo japade womanim wodi esa wo se me ye paranoid ma bodam a ye fa ne se ma bodam e na makwa kan book we e na meji no ma e wo book ni mu die question ne se adentina eno ma book na dan na die no asha se play out e wo my Ghana titiriu was a Bui Power Authority and Voter River Authority and Kabomi a mo pese mu ye any empempenso a mo pese mu dura mo de Thermal Power Authority company no ekwoto Ghana Stock Exchange so said be ya manfo be ba beto shares and you see ye nama ye tete ha no ye nkasa kwa o information hodo a yenya eda di pefe se okotema sabra ye kasa yi okotema company bi a ye friend no member company ni din sabra ye kasa wotema eye LNG gas infrastructure na ye Ghana dia no so o ma be gya ta o mani ase o ma ton sa company na me na bedi ankrankra bi nsem na ankrankra na wo hyesa adwumakuo we edin no we very powerful e wo mamu ha and you see company ni din de West Coast Gas eti yasese free company eye Ghana edia no edia man ankrankra bi amna say your friend West Coast Gas West Coast Gas no eye bibia your friend nominations for gas allocation to our plants using gas for generation and a West Coast Gas ya make one say me o hwe ba bi omo laboni it is ade na bia no mo pese omo de fa Bui Power Authority any Voter River Authority any Thermal Power Authority and kabomi ade ye de Thermal Power Authority no beto Ghana Stock Exchange so na bedi enkofo bi a yes ye Ghana for ensem na afei company no gradually abedi omonsem said be ye ba anyinam kanea enso anu aduro enyinam kanea ahoɔden ene tumidie na wo se abedi wo nsam etu woni aban mu nanso owo tumi woni aban mu nanso no no na yɛdɛ wo call shots no and honorable Ahmed Ibrahim say omo ntira se nye kom especially wabra yɛde saa mmere nsusue beto mmere se bedwafie a yɛhyase a yɛ lobby ne nkɔɔfoɔ. And you see, nobody has said lobbying and cap Mnasebedwafie omudwumadie ho. Lobbying is part of the game. Sebia who are dear be and that wakuma so. Now person Mnasebedwafo no ejina so no ombetintim na baye mra ne ejina so na diabo o my Ghana. Ubetiba ko church na ne Mnasebedwafo no edididi nkomo. In fact, lobbying timi kwa to the stand say yetimi di sika hye nkofo nsem. Ema sika no be influence. The yes and no man. But you see, lobby we no eba at a time a manebo would watch say a bra your born din a Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, your born din so by your running mate, Emma Dr. Mahmoud Baumiano. A manebo bitch said no one per se over free energy ministry or what the amendment fit and a free energy ministry or what the amendment fit and what dinner Jumaya day at all. Eti wako Nanso Nakuma at that's all. A dear partner, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, the interest in Tia, based on the Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed Ekano, what money text messages are what through WhatsApp. Edemi Manko Fobi Wamrasha Bedefie. Say, Sabui Power Authority, any voter river authority, and Mrensus Yea Yejinaso, Arasi Yabeko Mabomono, Omoshe, na Emrem, a dear Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, the interest, based on the Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Aka. Said the Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Akano Sanyano Kra, I don't think say Obeba Bontain Abekasa said you know see Kase. Why ye penny ewo Mrasabedefie. When you be a fan waba Mrasabedefie. What did Domanim ewo Mrasabedefie? Meaning is what the credibility ebetwitwi from sa or because of politics. Meaning is obey bibisa because what kasa nyina no no joy for e kasa no. What I need say owo adansi di etresa. Adansidia ekyerese Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe and the messages I would Emma and Kwafo Andrea Japan Mesa no sa program no so what ba program no so man na no krampo kopaye I can say anye bia yemfa no say thermal plants and I say thermal infrastructure ye the formal company na ye the Koto Ghana Stock Exchange so anya Ghana for na be ba beto shares but question was a Ghana ni bia wutie Andrea Japan Mesa nra ubusa ho ene say ye floatu company bi shares na Koda Ghana Stock Exchange empempi no eya ho am na eya na ekoto shares no eya Kwame Minkah na ekoto shares no because me adwendwe e wo me so na dɔso say sika na omo hwehwɛ no me ni bi eti madwen no kra nkɔ say me kwa ekoto shares wo company bi mo enye mahia de so the suspicion say enkofo bi o mafo o ho tam enkofo bi o manya sika enkofo bi a kwatiri kwan anamontu ahodo akokɔ gɔso e wa ban mu e o manya sika the suspicion say sa nkofo ni mom e na bekwa akotu anamon akoto shares e was sa company no na company na baye o mo dia no sa suspicion ni valid and echinidie bi ani ho sa suspicion ni very valid especially was sa bere ya obi antimi be convince Ghana for say bibisa intimi nsi and I don't think say obi betimi dia dance dia bibi abetre say bibisa nsi cause empempi no ye floatu shares ye floatu company bi shares our Ghana Stock Exchange nia yenim say nkofo omo sika no omo na ya na eta beto owiemfo ne dia won beto bi da nia woni bie no emma na adwene mu kura say wako Ghana Stock Exchange akoto obi company bi shares no emma ni trim. What are they talking about? State capture now. A man for come was some nebinie. And you see, let me read a message or Penyibia, were a key player within the energy sector. SNM. Was it Kwame? Yeah, sir. Was it they already have heavy control of LNG gas infrastructure in Tema? Oh yes, meaning there's a company near there. He has a company called West Coast Gas, which is now doing something called nominations for gas allocations to all plants using gas for generation. West Coast Gas is located at Laboni. The chief executive of that company is called Emmanuel Johnson, a former employee of Volta River Authority. He is currently working in Angola and still heading West Coast Gas. The caretaker person and chief schemer for the company is called Quintela, another former VRA staff. Eti Kwame Minkah no de omadwen say within the energy sector, within the financial sector, and most key areas our my Ghana no. Omo de omo bawo de betting team ho. Na say President Mahama Ghana photo mana na oba ban mu a said omo si de omo bawo de betting team ho no. Ene said ye say enwumakue beba ba ye omo dia no. No metimanya tumi abo Ghana for so dwe. Omo babo aban no so dwe. Omo wi omo sa abo Ghana for so dwe. No magina tumi omo wo no so. Esisi aban yi. No matwamfonyi bi te said ye aban no eni hwe bi a wode ma o my Ghana enu ti na no pay enedai ehun abehia say ye be blue alarm no Ghana ni bia wutie me mesraw fo adwen ne wakoma di machi wa bra ye pusu ahoma no ahwe ani mu say ye ne honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ebedi nkomo said be ya said ye nkomo ni city no wabiem ye ame ate ase. I am hoping say evidence amafo bisa say ampampa won fan kire say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe and the text messages are what mama and call for one minority side no. I'm hoping say Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ebetimenya kukodro e di bia betre yen. I'm hoping so ba homa no so ebetimenya kukodro e di bia betre yen. And say messages ni bi won nchen a one kind said their wedding ni city entre yen. Na yenya ya wonti ase won yen ti a won nsusue mu no Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe enya interest in the merger of VRA and We Power Authority. And you see, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim make argument bin ra. Was it say ye ka VRA and the We Power Authority bomber. And the money akukwa so even within the VRA. E beba be ye easy see e be kata so. And no ma e was a We Power Authority enya no. E be den so obenya because ade bia ye friend bureaucracy and a kwaha eja kon kran. Wo ko hu CEO na CEO aji bibia tum ansana oni adekro bia wo pe e de ama We Power Authority no etima ba bureaucracy ebe mna ye den ama ba bia We Power Authority ono ko anam no a wode nani ahwe no etima ba mu ena ye kasa We Power Authority omo no ma bebre ba o ma ya eboa within the energy space omo no ma bebre ba o ma gire omo ankasa ho ode so aya eboa manfo a omo wo Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim mpeso aso ho eye banda ne bole ho no banda mpeso aso ho no baby a bui ewo no enam We Power Authority ahode a wonti wagina so de ye no ma bebrebe a edi abo ankofo na se ye kabo made na betimi di aba. So you see trick on my employ and emre bi omo be sa de we bia no omo said that the kobata mra no ho said be ya wadwen be ya o say omo ye de tene. Don't be deceived. Oma sada Kenya at this time MPP ni NDC enya adwin bi se ehun abehia se sika ye de ma ban no ye bete so oma terase atwen am ya bedum pempenso a NDC ni MPP akwa adwin kurobu se ye kwa yanim so man Ghana sika ye de ma ban aban ni size no esododo ye tetetete so wo ye major bi se ya wo de mranso so bi se betu anima what you may say, wo ye bibi pa. Nenso ura details ni ma. Ura asem ni mu na hwa asem no said ye city yana. And abehunu said ye si yetroka. Ne troka ye ne say thermal infrastructure no the management no. Embedi We Power Authority and the Volta River Authority in some. That is the reason tia omode Thermal Power Authority bill. Enso akoto mrase beje fie. Na omohwe ani mu se mrase bedwafo no. Ebeji atum na beye mre nsusu ye na beye nyina so na fe edum pempenso a Thermal Power Authority no ye beka say they said ye fa nkoto Ghana Stock Exchange said be ya Ghana for ebeba abehim and which Ghana for ne ye ka omo asem enye wo a wutie me because anopai wo dwen wo masuku fees ho enye wo a wo hwe me because anopai wo dwen kwanya ubenya sika e de akoto fan ho e de agu ka mu Enya wa wohwe me a wonya sika kakra bi a wode wani ache real estate development because wadwen you say na no de to engwagorafo ni mmerewafo yi wode usika kwose abandwumadie bi mu a wahwa oseye beba enti wode why wadwen say even within that space no kra no wonko ho. But who are the people who would enter into this space? Enkofo ya ayebo mudin e wa japade enwomanim. And say Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ebeka ho wa homa yi so a yene ne bedi nkomo ba ma memfa nkomra so bedwafio na mema wontie Honorable Haruna Idrisu wa bra na wode ensusuye bi anase futuo bi ema abato komisa tie we mame.
Understandably, as I heard you and the majority and minority leader, this call is pursuant to the Constitution of Article 1123, an extraordinary sitting of Parliament should just be observed as such, an extraordinary sitting. And Mr. Speaker, I want to remind the majority leader that we are not in ordinary times. We are all preparing for elections. Members of Parliament are in their constituencies attempting to secure and safeguard their return back to this August House. Therefore, when you call us for extraordinary sitting, let it be an extraordinary sitting. I've seen him make reference to bills. Bills, what's the agency of those bills? Whether it's social protection or it's environmental protection. But Mr. Speaker, I have one major issue. The Electoral Commission of Ghana and the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. There's been happenings in my Tamale South constituency of an easy transfer of voters from Tamale South to Pusiga. I pray that it's not on a wide scale or large scale as will affect many other constituencies. But Mr. Speaker, as we are speaking, maybe the committee responsible for the Electoral Commission or your good self may want to invite her. Mr. Speaker, the Electoral Commission has 75,000 biometric devices which will be used for purpose of conducting the presidential and parliamentary elections on December 7th. Mr. Speaker, those biometric devices, we have to subject it to some technical audit. One, to know the state of their batteries. Two, the state of their adapters. Three, the state of their readiness for elections on 7th December. And we will require the chairperson of the Electoral Commission to come and notify this House how ready the biometric devices are, how ready are their batteries together with their adapters. My information is that they will need to recheck all the batteries because you don't want a situation where on election day, 7th December, we are told that you should transit to manual system. We want the system to work. The functionality, the efficacy of its batteries are important. I understand that they will need money to acquire more than 5,000. I mean, you cannot have devices of 75,000, and when you are acquiring batteries, you are talking of 5,000. It should be 25,000, or even half of it. So, Mr. Speaker, the committee responsible for the Electoral Commission will have to engage her, and we know what are the financial gaps of the commission, because we may not have opportunity again. So that, Mr. Speaker, your good self, subsequent to the lecture you held with your brilliant resource person on the future of our elections, we will know that the Electoral Commission of Ghana is ready and prepared for the December 7th election.
So you see the suspicions all over the place. Nienti a man for and Mrasabega for any Ghana for P. Any GDA wabato commission. Simple. They see 2020, omone yo ahodu omada in a D over the years. And even Nancy Yempo and Noma ato ye yabato ngoma. Ah, NDC for two madrian siso. Remwaye bi omodema Ghana for. Need the way no many are breaking tina. Omo person to Ghana for 3 months. Obi ani obetima fa abato commission so ewi abemu. Besu ye will be 2020. And brado do amosisa electoral results. You see 2020. So it does not lie in your mouth to tell us, Obi and Timfa about to come so and we are bemo. MPP ba bemo, or must say that say institutions are what war. Nothing is working in Ghana. And Yama or yes, Roya. Wait, one in yes, I was say, when you should be for what Ninia be home. All because of MPP, Baumiane, a Kufuadu, Memu. are creating unnecessary suspicions and fear all over the place. Aba ye kwatwo. Wait, and some year NDC for me, man, I am very simple. Was say, Nano about one woman, ya mubi moi, ye who say a man for D, a woman double, a bimudi, aquadi, polling center be a one to about honor, pay independent body. Now, 1 year independent audit, where a very simple matter. I can walk about to a commissioner crampono. What do Sabat to NDC come? I can say, Yamuke, a year, said a bayer, as soon as better and weddy, said a bayer, GDA Benti. Majatum, young pay independent audit body be no one him. This is a simple matter. But I feel now about to come in some penny way and ya da jabba yahuns and grefun mu and no more bunk of water pa. I mean, how? And look at what they want to do in the energy space. Mrs. Same way, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, baby, I will be a myself. Why we need to be a meaning say your radio, your quite cheaper and penny 40. Sɛ me sane de gu Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim so a menim kɔfo ɛbɛfrɛ no. Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim te sɛ deɛ no a woyɛ ma joy for no yɛfrɛ wo obi a wobɛn ne bia no ka kyerɛ ne sɛ wɔn bɛkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm mu na Ghana fonte ne ɛkɔ so ase because issues no raising in no ɛyɛ very serious. These are critical issues. Sɛ wo say a running mate a yɛkɔ abatoam a wɔfiri energy ministry. I want the energy ministry any kakabia sabre. Was sending one call for text messages. Lobby or more. So when you mrensu suya yaboba bossoya, Yabu say Yabeka a Weeper authority, any fear abom, na yenya Thema authority be near the two Ghana Stock Exchange, you know. What say lobbying call for our more wafa. Honorable Brabe Church and Semu. Na Ghana for who sa state captain for Nina and ran no any abra na wood cow kokomlemle hono. Osu for frau. Osu ni fie. Osu for frau. It will be obey Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Biano. One can and say ya fresa. Why would you tum sound here bekasa? Braba one komono. Na mafonyo muhunti asie. Na ye hunu baby a yeko. Mama me adwuma ne nyade. Mama mane mmese and a Kwame Minkah kwane or Hinebani or Mugabe Mokwa and Omanya information on my better or Mokasa. Nya ye ken ye woni pa bi a waka. Sa nipa na semno and a make catchrow. And ye fresh any pano. Sa nipa no so nya nipa hunu. Wa ye panyi wa mraso badwafie. Etu won kasa kwa. Minyini sa Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ebe said I say was said up yen who fee all because of politics and as a Paul person President Mohammed Benti was said I yen who fee abe twatro e de ato na poso menyini say Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim baby bisa so Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim obi a wonim ne bia a wo hwe metie mon ka gye say ye frɛ no won fa call no be cheche nsɛm nkyerɛ ye na baby a ye duru ne de ehu and is bra me bo asɛm no so medical catch say somebody who is a key player within the energy sector. What the message Abrame? What's it Kwame? Adewa omoken. Almost as no. N gas, LNG gas infrastructure whatever. Ah, no near Ghana, the Anomaja Bosso. And Omodia form of company. And Wabubodi, Wabubon Kofua, Omoda company nano. Any baby no more Majuma. These are former workers of VRA. And ye said that you to company yano. Na me body company yane dia edia wo yam kraba so. Sa on ya kwana me company yane dia no. Ebra PDS deal ne buy no. Wono na no one nkofo bi dia no. Also video bi go viral. Na opanyi bi awo phone so a na one nkofo bi dia no no. Sa nia krono na company ne yane dia. So you see so much said about catch say and ye be formo ayi thermal power authority. Ye ani a flow to our Ghana Stock Exchange. Said by Ghana for beba betono. Of course, ye him some ye Ghana for. Of course, ye him kwamu fa sunya musika. Because answer na mo beba be mu no. Adaya hodo ne noma bebreba mu wei sabre. Na mu ni bi. Ena ye ni mu, ye ne mo na te mantemu. Ye ne mo na kwa asore. Answer na mo beba be mu no ne ni mu o. Said na mu koma yi ntiri. Na mo ha mu said ye sitie. Ni ye nim. Etiana ya ne dai eba ne sai ana sika bebrebe yi sa sika bebrebe ya monya adwuma ban ana moyeye enkofo monya adwuma da e wo mabrabo mu and no more from what tam. It is a woman be babonting, and that dine where they say, and go for your my bar, bame my bedroom, my gun, our boss way, or more dream pobby. So more better to gun at Japadia Cassia, Abu Bob Boswa. This is it. And now see, I don't get your kind, Bible one a tray. Obianim the author. They are authors, but why in the church? Why not tray? But people have believed in the Bible. I'm for Gideon, our Bible name. Sana Japadia woman here. And no ma a Japadia woman a Kenyina. Ningina sisi. Ningina. A sisi. It's a gun and ya would tear me. Asemia ye Kenya good ye. And ya grow. Where the war must say various state institutions. Where the why the party some every room ama institutions are doing in a omuye adwuma say a MPP headquarters. Rabato komisa ne ye ne kasa ne nana montuo ase wo ye bibi di ama MPP mi wa abato komisa no e wo homa Ghana fo nyinara. Ye den ye duru. It is a joma ama kase e bra so say ye be reset Ghana. Na no. We don't need an upgrade. Obi obeka cho say Ghana e was here upgrading no. No ni akono patch say kronobo bebrebe katansade proye bebrebe oye buburo ya ye womi yensa maso nkom bemben so foforo. That is what Baumia is selling. Asema Baumia ton no. Say ye here upgrade. Not just say bemben so ya ye duru ya say cedi to dollar and am 16 cedis 40 pesos. Can you imagine? Moba 2 cedi to dollar. Nam 4 cedis 20 pesos. Mama swama ene and nam 16 cedis 40 pesos. Ghana ni na woton wo kra no ma efra manone no. Efa no conference getting free. Ghana for nkwada wo mo suade e wa aba for tinte video so. Susuku no e ho ka no. O mo tua no online no. O mo ko for dollars no hefa. Dollars no mo ko for hefa. What yes can what dollar one how painful it is. A man for motor no free amanone online. Omoto no abẹ for tinte video so. Omo betra no mo kasa obuhu oyawa omo fam. It is a Dr. Baumia ye turn kire ye. Say we economic whiskey. E basika 7 to yawa bing. And then under the leadership cedi to dollar ejina 16 cedis 40 pesos. Now was abe jina ye nim catcher say Ghana here reset here upgrade. A dream ben na woni trim. A dream ben and a Baumia trim. A dream ben na one na potrim. If you look at the kind of campaign omo ye. Omo nka asembia. Omo gojina wa na sisifia ni bi. Onyame achirira ye ahyewo chese omo ye no ma ebe hye Ghana fo abufuo. Omo ye no ma ebe ye Ghana fo ahi. Said the bibi besi. No ma fa won ayo omo no ma. But Ghana for yen koso anya abotre. 7 December yen kire ba bia to mi ni free ba. Edu 7 December yen kire ba bia to mi ni free ba. Said ye no Richard Anamo ebetena na waka. A former Director General Emma Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Now what church no ma hodua John Dramani Mahama dear senior niso say when ya to me now what the title in the area of infrastructure. What ya read the where John Mahama eso be ne no ma but answer na no manyane tie say honorable Ahmed Ibrahim ewa ahoma so yankwa ahoma so na ye ne nkasa ma mo boa ye ma ofa call no medamase ma ya de pa honorable Ahmed Ibrahim yam wache mo akwaba asem ya abayi na me boroboro bi so de akire etiefo ne ahwefo wona onim pa yes Abui Power Authority and if you are emrensusu ye beda amrache bedwafie and thermal power authority nsem no any state capture asem a wo ka no enkrase nkrechre mu no say na city akire mu
yo menu ama memfa ofidi so na min chia radio SYZ any power FM for nyina no question ni se wo hwe asem na abana eya fifim ni nyina ni se aban we area Ghana for ena Ghana for ache no a omo pai no uwia yo aban no fere enya nani wo se de o ya Ghana for tiatiam no obejai afei na aban no abo Sebi imprebiasa mean fita duku. Ena all tiam se utu krana mi yen more. There 17 America Sasimwe. Eye Bui Power Authority. A free Kwame Minkah terms so no biape abambiape se odiba. Abambia ye kakra wo. Umwantimi and starti. We starti and we starti and we free so. Ena omampenye kufo this Rollis Aban edi consultant by 1996 2000 ena ono so lusu ye. Ena omampenye dada kufo betwa consultant no koni bele adwuma no so 2008 ena ono so efri so ena ye papa atamasi bae ono so bae na ono so ko bobo sia be wa ne ye papa panyin president kufo ye no so ono anwie ena 2012 ye papa de mama bae ena ono so san ko bobo sia bi be ka ho ena ye wie se adwuma no ye wie before say be na ya ye no say we power authority ejina ne ho na Voter River Authority eno so akosomo eno so ye separate ndienti eno so koba ne saa ne se emra na president kufo pebosia abeye bui power authority no na akosomo fo omudie ne ye Voter River Authority na omu abobosia mo omu books onye nti udi akosomo books no trial balance no kwa akobobosia ka na akosomo fo VRA dinti enya dia obia bebo obosia ena ekoba asese akọ VRA fo edika na omu books mbe na enu nti VRA ekobobosia na obia mbo no bosia dia yempope kuo fufro company fufro na yemfre no Bui Power Authority na yenye mra se omu gina ho na yemfa Ghana cocoa na cocoa for no produce no enkosi awa for about 20 years na yenji $622 million in free China my ho na yemfa mra be Bui Power Authority let's say Bui Power Authority for antimantiak aye adwuma mpia omu kanu kura na Ghana cocoa na yedi akosi awa no yedi no betika no let's say VRA eni nsem ho no obi aka se o VRA kura dika enti o di VRA di ekobobosi aye maw because bia no want me antia maw. That was one thing. Secondly, VRA ewo akuse ha Bui Power Authority Bui down ewo akosomo ewo Bui enti say ye CEO no manage VRA wo ha ye be ya another CEO no so manage BPA no Bui Power Authority no e was raw na chance efficiency abam into take decision the quick decision taking beba bema obia adra ne na so aye adwuma yie. So as I speak to you se uko Bui Power Authority a omo aye adwuma na ma hydro na omo ne akosomo eye no eno achi omo aye the biggest renewable power plant a solar farm in West Africa.
Yeah.
Akoso mokura NB. So ejuma ne sentreni na Bui Power Authority for no eye no. Akoso mokura sabi imprediasa. Omu no muba 1966 omu ntimi nyibi. Ndi se uka se enne uba bek udi Bui Power Authority ba be se akoso mo na emmo ne ho body na. Na se upesa ubre Bui Power Authority for no kase. Enu nante endien adwen eneba akona na akufadu eneba omi adwene mu a omupete omudi Bui Power Authority no ekoma akoso mo viare fo ye hwemu a na emu se aban no pese oka thermal plants na Ghana woni nyina ebom eye no baako na odiko Ghana Stock Exchange ekoton shares na aban na mpanyimfo na politically exposed persons na omo ye adwuma ewo skano no omo afekire ato shares no na kese thermal plants na be yo mudia
edi en dan mebo meba edi en dan sa de na di se epobo bi wo ho se aban ne peso ye sa edi en ya dance di dan sa de na di
ya ndientia etisa ne se o se akoso VRA for no ewo asset in thermal plants. So you're aware.
Where pa?
And I buy no buy your car say, oh, these are thermal plants. No, and I could via reform beside and say, yes, and no question, you put the sick as a munye. Nandientia, you sick as a munye, say, ya boka, ewo thermal plants no so. And no, and a boy a car. And it's a net, who got the Uba beji, because you sick as a munye. Udi, now, Udiako, but Bediako manage dia. Nande kana ye yabo wo as via re kana yabo e wo thermal plants no so dia na wo di be compensate e no na aban ka se sa dia ene dia na e wo se o ye eno mo se ene fa buinu e ma ye na se aban no di bui power authority bui down no be ma akoso mo via re a this e o ka ene via re no ebom this debate started in 2017 and Abuati Ajako. And at the then CEO for Bree Power Authority February and on say ompre. In this ono prayer, kabana ka mini ka say ka aba nana akufado eka Bree Power Authority any akoso mu ebomu eka thermal plants no bomu anka mini ka say omu aton thermal plants no. Financial tension. Into within the same government, there was disagreement. Emma Amaso. Into Metropoko Pramper Bayer as Minister for Energy, no, and on Sasha here. Many who can say, Minia, American power plant in the Wednesday.
No, Omediako, Kumasi, or Mayano, Kumasi one.
The Omulanchi American power plant in Wakumasino. Unim the Yokosi Otun for Naimo.
You see, yeah, man point in it, yeah.
Man point in it, and Utieni Chairman's remarks. No,
if you
or see a bino emran betchemu. No more who's a plant no Mudiaba Kumasino, a bind the Anaya, Uncle Bidia. No moon per se, on the sorry, no Biaba Begrao, a Nidia. Ghana paying for no information. Fire no sutunche. Abano butaya oka sa no ma we nyina bom ni say. Oh yanka mbom na yenton na yeto ahwa na betimi ato. Enya sika ne owo mu no betimi ato.
Oni ye Ghana fo ana.
Sik na Ghana ni awu ni sika betimi ato bi. Say the thermal plant ni nyina bom. Na ya floating shares ewo Ghana Stock Exchange ya who bet me atobi ontimi tobi mimiti ye mintimi tobi enti obia sebi imprebi ata owo sika wanya sika tam onu no bet me atobi eno omo MPP for nanya sika egugu binum mpaase sika no ontimi mfa nkwa broche odi kwa ye bechewo. Inti egugu mumpasi omunim yo mumfanye either say state land na wakoto na wasi the state property we na wakoto inti say thermal plants ni nyina bom na e ka say ye flotation wa obetimi ato na oba betobia no match omo politically exposed persons no matter sense no inti omu to sense na thermal plants na ye hwanu dia
politically exposed persons idia.
Exactly. Inti say to abano December no mulu sukura na. Ni ombe ani so mu ko tranche a. Power thermal plant maka bom aton says apam mu.
But obi beka say ade ya wo kan nyina no. Eye eni di so eye processes. Eri nti no mo de mran susuye no abeto mran so bedwa fie. Emo akwanya sem betimasi wo kwan. Ana
let me ma usa to min chechiro mu wie. So what is happening is in this opposition na or opposition by thermal plants, power plants near Nidia. Into ya or say one get me say means let's say or the don't so naba. Into opposition so or the don't so aba. Now I can't so I want my better so no on to me energy say don't so naba. We must not agree for this to proceed. And no, and I make no financial tunche. Udia no tunche, yeka strategic companies. and non state corporations. Kwame Nkrumah no pencil. Time I echo school mutreno. Strategic assets be why yen privatize it, yen sunset womb. Because near the Quakodin is an on a control minor. Famous to as semi buyer, yet tea say, a buy no percent or catama plants in a boom. No autumn or the cost stock exchange, no okotom. Into or the hydro plants, hydro dams, no air boom. Now I am Ghana Hydro Authority. Now I am thermal plants and also Ghana Thermal Plants Authority. And Bana Info, Etienne no CEO for Bui Down. Freno meeting say, Omra Mechim, Yati say Abano Ebeni. Now Yetiana buying Ubeji as say Udiba Beye Bui Down. Amaya. Why you Bui Down Navy? Yasas now Beji and Ufanu Kwa Maya Capre, compensation Jano Watiamaye. And then Yatisa who signed the Dam no Aqua Koma Kutumufo as compensation. Brabe Chechimu and no Cresse Muba Baya Ghana Hydro Authority. Kofi Jamasia Oye CEO for Bui Power Authority. Or say Onu Onimshi Efahu. And the Sabana Traditional Council no air penchimwa. Fred the Bunu Regional Minister. And now say Bana District Chief Executive. No Mumbai Chirichimu. No as Bui Power Authority CEO no. Or Nimshi Efahu. Mimi Ocho letter no koma ahimfona mi kan letter no as a representative of the chief and the people. Minim say abano esha adi we are in 2017. And Nabuacha Jaco any Ameria no shati no oye. And Ameri no backfire and Akufa the Chino and Oka say he was misled. And Nakasakasa Baya Buacha Jaco free ho. And Omujaye. Intimate Opoku Prampe Baye and Otwas where the Amerino a cockmase. And Oba Beckham we power ne Akusumunu a boom. Epkatama plants like a boom, no privatize it. It's in Ra Anopa. Sir, Bill will not encounter the entire my friend. You say, it was not part of the agenda for the recall. You call business committee, not encounter. Let them know money buy for recall, not encounter. So, Omupeso Musmo girl Ediba. Intin Rano Yawana, Metropoko Prempaba, Napo. Onam MPs no so. All of you.
What Bamra Sebege Fio?
Or Bamra Sebege Fio.
When you are Japanese as a way who know.
Mr. Obaho, and I can tell you on I can mention this, but I should not be as a deputy whip. I should not mention their names here because Omuno Muma who say I did say na popesa or the bar. Na only Mwabeka say or the BBC air banti or Mumpreno Munye.
But so that's what you're Sebege.
Or that's it, Mr. Nrano na adenunka other people no business statement no encounter. You call meeting na encounter. You call speaker ho encounter. Inti na mi nim say bibi sa akura wo ha mbeso mo diba. Inti MPs na po ba asie wa na all lobby mu no. E na betia mi na say leader. Ade we na po account. Inti ma weni now. Na me se mate.
Mebo lobby no lobby wo kwan be so. Oni o mo kasa na ye WhatsApp message na e dey.
There be only Mukasa. Only Mukasa near Adia on Pesomoye. And on Mekacha, I'm say, me channel. Into Yetiwa, Naponon so of Ayanabi. Into say Ajapamesa, I can say, one who was few Ajapamesa, and then say, Oditro. For an uncertain chain. Into Yetiwa, no Makofa, other people at then doom. Abba.
Other paper addendum.
Addendum. Right. Let's mark of printing other paper. Second other paper for Abba. Abeka first one. And no. Woman listed sad bills ya me can you say Omo Babeli. And I make a chat to force and say Ato. Niena MP Snooker say Napo El Lobby Mono any. Adia Omo Peso Moyeni. Na bana himfo, bui ahimfo. afre meeting afre omo so omo mechirichiri mu omo se bibi saa eni ho se adi papa bi wo mu a na ompese omo ye magana ko mbenya akukusi onu benya akukudro akwa ahemfi ho akwa chirechira ahemfo no se nananom ye pese ye ka enokre ye pese ye ka bui power bui down no eni akosombo no bom na ndi enti ye pese ye eni ABCD na efan se Kofi Jamase hu se ade boni no mu pese omu ye nti onu a na ofere se obekwa akwagira ahemfi ho aka explain akira ahemfo no nti odi akinye se bibi sai ne ho a otro letter me no wie kura pa letter no metimi asend photocopy photocopy ama
ebe hia
nti onu adi akinye se bibi sai no na nya ona gra oma president nti yata omonko bisa regional minister any DC ana me mate a me twen nti ndura no minua na bills no kwampo omunfa copies emba parliament ho nti omudi WhatsApp copy WhatsApp
na sani ye no
enya ni sa ko be dia sa small grid ye u ya small gra unse ye no wasumasi nti omu ba se omu ba bela mi raise that point of order no ena speaker ka sa asem na maker e to asomunti yentie sa ye tie ni nyina speaker asuma se omunko bisa omunhwe ye mra no no omunko bisa clerk officer ye the bills no aba ho ana ye chiri parliament be bia na bills ni ho WhatsApp message ena omudi bae ena speaker say ye mfa WhatsApp message enye bibi see and so long as ye ni copies e wo brashe begafie ni de on pre e ma ye le pipa no enandra in any science yapon na yapon ye into one le na ne wo no no
based on the AC you know a Japanese argument ni bi ni say we processes and obi antimi enkasa en conclude say and now say processes inti na just say the wo bi trim no en e ba besi and mo akwanya say mbetime si ho kwan and nti na mo ba bo e wo mrashe begafie so there na mo be
I can give you assurance that bill no, that measure no will not happen in this 93 days here. I can give you assurance. Even if they print 1,000 copies and come and lay on Parliament, it will never see the light of day. Because state capture now, yeah, cano. Yaka ama yahui. Yetenasi emo mukata ye nyina. Na say Ghana has no future.
Okay. Honorable, what about the argument say you can't these institutions yiboma ebeboa save on my Ghana sika because NDC ni MPP nyina mu nyina mu jitum say yentetete abai ne size crash. It is ye can companies here for emwa.
Ye can debi. Near obey argument say ye can mbi enu bomu a ebeboa ama asevu aban no cost no sa nipa no onim ne oka e free bui to akosomo how many kilometers
e move o
say travel hours how many hours
what time be 4 hours impo
ahimfo no ohini bi e wo bibi eye bui power authority a ofa bicycle kura bi wa onanti from co office wo quick decision taking enunti ena bui aya so dynamic say omatimi take decision though there is no bureaucracy into merging the two institutions would rather bring bureaucracy edubeman krata asem adults udu people akoto bui power office ewo bui no o meka cho say this CEO every akosomo ema clearance this a human resource director efra akosomo ema clearance into clearance keke krampo no decision before they take one decision now abre but say ya say no the bui board for Asia ewo buya they able yenye hydro yenye say mene wo kasai omwaye bui sugar factory omwaye bui cashew factory omwaye bui solar farm the biggest in West Africa akosomo there when but say wo meji krampo na e wo musa akosomo so chembui ni oboni humodi no yede no yamani omoni humodi no so alonu. This is not a measure, this is swallow. take over. Because Akosomo for Bisa, President Akufo-Addo direct, what are you using to compensate us? Because I also hear your books on ya. And your thermal plants linting your books enye. Then give us we as a compensation. Plus, okay, I will give it to you. So that is the cost of the measure.
Yes, Honorable, your fancy na enkaeno. Because we dimachini a said ye nina ebesiako. Ya dase no bre pa no adaje.
You mean I that say my friend, mon cost na monka na we capture we there. Eya ye hu. Because Nepana capture judiciary, we capture the banking sector, we capture the microfinance sector, we capture the state-owned institutions. State-owned institutions before say ban we be back on ya so na nipa ya fa omo Cocoa Board, Petroleum Commission, Nina, Ghana Water, Ghana, no more 31,000. As I speak to you, Abayi Baye, Wafani partners are 3 times. In the amount from 2019 to date, Ubia losses na, because we can't know my Cocoa Board, and we are sitting down looking at it, collapsing all this institutions. Or collapsing, we are, or say you have to privatize it in the Myanmar matter. It's the easiest way of state capture, and we must not allow this to happen.
Well, Honorable, may I say, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, and I wish you former training, member of Parliament, and my Dicha Banda. Answer a member studio. Now, ye didn't come up quick one. William Kofi, you convene and occupy, cleanse the crime scene. Cleanse the crime scene. Yes, you are my Ghana, your crime scene. So be a good year, what the bonnet. Now, pause for the Homa. I bet you can cook. Yes, a matter need beer and Wiramno. Sana say Ghana. Womo Baba, ye church and change rebi. But answer a quick one. Yet, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Wabra wada in this project. I would one poor. A by way, Eden and Sananan and Amas warrior as 1 year. Any projects I would war. A free Kwame Nkrumah Penswa no Muguswa. No Musabu Kenano. Or so a bar. What ye nibre. Any Ghana hodo, any Ghana sika, I bet was why ye. Nafe, we move on, Wabra, what the nation hodo, eto aquemo, my Ghana, Wabra, Ghana for Tuamano. Yet, no one a pro bonimun 70 John Dramani Mahama.
Sayamia Madom, Nameba, young Kayo, say, ye costate and punto for fro. Ye bet sure, no more Janina to set teachers courtesy. Amoma water system, and then Yoma Anka, a water system, you know, a hole, and the idea of one de Beco. If you say, you say, if you watch here, or sono better now, so no, Amaya Sika Semina say, and Tisika cry, you want to sign your mat to set teachers' quarters, Amoma water system, and it's sign your mano, and no, and now, Yadi Yenibacosa, Yabaye, a year. Minim say about to Breaso. Enti the guy say Amoma Quine 2020 ya de fidie beguso. Abra ya wa ban mu ya de Makoko roads. Anka ekwanya free Amoma ekopie agina ni na contractor eguso. Ya no Koko roads. Abai for baya almost say Amoma Hayenua Coco, and Tadin near the Coco roads Abaha. Now, Yenua Coco, I say, yes, you drag cashew. Now, cashew, young fan, Kwame Minkah, cotton, and $5 a month.
And only question, no, one be ya no, a yeah, Ghana for ya, or more bang with your margin say, Womu, the SC, and in the Atoye. Etina, a quaya, your friend, no, a year occupy and cleanse the crime scene, you know. The idea your mobile abeya hiasem. Ora Kofi Yirenchi, William Kofi Yirenchi, a Bwabuano for penny and as a convener, Emma occupy and cleanse the crime scene. O mobile beya ye check a sepa, and a day, a more known dua, and I
next week,
I'm because I'm a pentam grind. 10 years, mobile beya say,
Yenti abe side train say, you say, a police for a brain now, more strong from IGP Police Management Board, no Muntimi Yomojume. Now, as you intimate in a crew, when I and shall say a demanded Ashamon Sase, Munye Jumanage Manu Muntimi and Amu to war. The war won't mean Jumano, see. And I seen so, and just a catcher and say, see, I'll be see. I do I be Biatreno. because evidence na mikita ne dey bebre kwa from IGP ekosi Superintendent Augustine Ofe ekosi Greater Accra Regional Commander omo dibone bebre kwa evidence ne dey bebre kwa na makatro mo se meka bibi na anya oda family court inti no enu nti ne wa ha inti Wednesday ye be kwa akoyo icho police headquarters right to information commission ama ruling say IGP ma be police report IGP dia omodi akọ attorney general ama attorney general disciplinary prosecution case docket ne so mo ma me police report adane chima me nche 8 months mo ntimi fine because ma ko di atro aba victim fi aba be planted superintendent August aba planted exhibit victim fie victims me na me victim no me a ye di me bone no superintendent August me retrieve exhibit every criminal so e de ba be she me fie enu ta mikita evidence enye say asara meka no me sorry wa ha na omo pe a omo ntimi so omo hye so na omo ntimi so a da ebe yo itire no omo ntimi wo ho no mo na be bia be ko no ye nyina ye nko enti na asem we de ehia sempa ya asem a ha me because me hu say etu mo target ni Ghana Police Service say efi IGP efi wo ho headquarters wo e crime scene kakraka krono Kotasi se
adansidie be na wo
edosun mintimi fama no nka edosun e na me ka se ono a o se on ti ase no on fami nkoko
na mo atwen afi na mo ba be say ayeti
ade ti atwen ne say for so long no ade na constant time if you beat me break you down mentally to be bold to get the courage to be able to come out and speak no any one day thing it take it time me as a victim no I feel na metimi enya sa courage ne say no victim of what so no as a victim of a crime police for na anya ho hwe
crime be
criminal assault armed robbery assassination also case the docket na wo mo nchen case be say me aside from no
apart for na anya ho hwe
o ma anya ho hwe case ni si ho
say ye the case at when to one am
dey be apart from no petitions my criminal incidents am I intercepting online me the petitions akose mo nchi akronfo we na mo fa mra no to be bia ni nyina IGP oya aware ni nyina onye hu ejuma director of CID nkunkwa na osra ontimi nye ejuma no enti onsi na yema new faces ombra do mbe take over no mo ntimi nye ejuma because isi ano ayese kroro na mo bo no nkwa me pro mo tia junior officers ndi asake man penifu no omo mo bo kroro no kra che nkwara no omubo crowd no check adam who say at the end of the day so the Ghana Police Service they need independent oversight body pips ontimi nye ejuma no enti no all those things that say me factor in
mo madwen mo say the only way you bet me clean those services
they need
impediment free one
you free one
impediment free one what's the guarantee that you oba no
at least it will be a deterrent to him. So when we see it in pitch IGP, or to know about ye, because that position of one very very sensitive, it borders on national security. So if small thing now won't mean the problem background is
who small.
Okay, and not small though, but some of the issues, issues are it's not even supposed to get this far for someone to wake up and say obey demonstration. And for you to come out and say you are going to demonstrate against police injustice, demonstration and about police crash, police 40 me.
Yeah.
So imagine for you to be bold now, you call back and forth 2 months, approve and a crown, and then easy. But another rumor, approve no.
It's a post for creating a and form being a yet and betty. Said you move
okay, the petition will come IGP. The petition on the listening of the Brary and so first one, you say, Right to Information Commission ruling not the amount of sorry police report to my William Kofi Range now. Okitemuna, Seminim no idea or wrong, no Kitemuno. Case Attorney General this from any prosecution. Yes, if I report to the brow, so I done in Tokwa. Now, a report now the Koji discommendation of prosecution. No. What is the car? Because lack of transparency and accountability.
Why do you also want
the car? Now, Jessica. Now, Jessica, case out there, acquire discovery prosecution. Or the was a report at the coroner, they discovered the prosecution. Famame. Don't mean famame. 8 months since January. Right to Information Commission, I ruling. 8 months don't mean famame. So that means you are not being accountable to other people. And you are there because of us. We gave you the mandate to go and sit there. So if you can't do the job, just get down. For someone else to take over. And I will come and leak audio by COP assessments. Allegations be brave. I am pan, some people are panic and I am pan because it is me.
But committee, etna 7 so, you mushy. Yeah, oh man,
Kataso, chrono.
And then now what I would say.
Evidence now, me in my possession, no. Instead of panic and no cray.
Evidence best.
Oh, documents.
Video evidence.
Audio evidence, documents, paper documents, yes. They break because police force no transparency and accountability in him.
It fire today so Ashama reform.
Yes,
police
service name.
Reform ban am open.
Okay, reform is not pen. Say a police for any be the law should be applied equally. Transparency, first cabra, and Sunny Embra and Embechi Nipan, Sunny Nese, Omunti Minjai. And secondly, bail, see bail free. Still bail. Amount for chance on Omania bill. Ubet 500 Ghana. Yatu ya chunk for way. Surety ni Sandeman Nese Njai. You see, Obidu Bonnet, Krana, Kwako, Niska, Crown to Minka. But other places in the world, it's not like that. So how do people get justice? And the lack so Obidu Bonnet trainer justice mentally it breaks you down. It's a situation that is more than say we not a be put together. And then we said they have to start doing their work.
Why ever?
Youth no more free MBA free Nima New Town Mamu Binadad. Yeah, ne who san your man, and I mean a medium winning, and I mean my experience some of the things no first hand. And for be great me experience in your be saying now moon say German and Kabat maybe just na crona heading. Ne juman ni ho. Near no be any Juman now or per se they pay him, but before I was saying the Juman I see in Tiana. I feel to me personally on the moral grounds, me feel say wrong. So there has to be a systematic change.
I was a reset police.
Yes.
I
don't see from cry.
You upgrade and I reset police.
Okay, reset, revamp, it should be revamped.
Very well.
Yes.
I'm mobile for yet anymore.
Okay, we best at free Nima roundabout at the far Ring Road East. From Ring Road East, the basic headquarters anymore. Police headquarters anymore.
Very well. You bring it more yet. You be babble Dimachina, the Abecosubiano. You try a man saying, I will say, ye, is equal. But why ready for BBI?
I ready for BBI. Me, am I ready? Am I ready for BBI?
Said you never to
be a near CBR because we want to make sure it is going to be as peaceful as possible. Until now for 2 months, and you're go back and forth to the point say, Omumpo na omomutusu date my say because ye date amusu munsano, ye date amusu munsano, and I say so okay, mama a date, I know mama a date. Anna, it's not like we couldn't because most of the time demonstration they are defiant actions. But looking at the sensitive nature of the people, demonstration, we have to make sure that all the people that are going to come will be protected because before they say omukita omonium and Zongo 7 cry.
Zongo 7. But that's William Kofi Yerenchi. You ever said him yesterday? No, William Kofi Yerenchi, a convener, occupy and cleanse the crime scene. Omo yesterday na beba so na watwe Sunday ya. That is next week Wednesday ya. And I yesterday no. Ebe koso de ko bia ebe momo hu. Ebuso mi gina we so de tonton sansan no. Ato he ya pa. Hwi.
Man ya maya. Ayo enyo ya ne wom. Ya paso bia ba adwabo na sibi. Na asambia wo bia mu oka na me man ye kunsum yemfa mu mai motrobodo yemfa mu mai mosempa
Yenkoti adansiye. Spanish.
if you can see a brand here, with DwaboAse or Power 97.9. Maria Dam versus Gideon Okran. Maria Dam also say, Kwame, Nyamu and Komoya when you honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Wedi. We a PDS remis. PDS remis pa. PDS remis na cost one. DJ Omale. Ebi Musa say we a robot and now we a nipa. Denyo Emmanuel Kobla added a message about so Kwame Minkah, hope you are doing great. Please pick my calls. Why? Of course, the money in our car. Messages be in our baby yada somebody at Facebook or Power 979. Mr. Natongma Koko Kuania. What don't you Koko Kuafu? What was it here? Mr. Natongma was a Kwame. Domini Koko, we have one in a day, be a bass, ye barber to Koko Buono. Kwame, when you and Nadao, a rodo rather some. Catch a tear for near for say, woman morning in Antugu, about one neighbor. It's a brand national to Yenye Bibi, then call for me and say, ye be, and your man call for me.
Was so now can I say qua?
Was a qua?
Baby, wait, you
Kubi. Agree,
and you're coming.
Dead reader,
I don't want to you say, not Obi besides a Marlin or a robot, and I will be among four boots on your robot, any pamino. Za, indeed, but I say, why not say a honor of a call? No, yes, a honor. The message, you know, and some of the Biasa or Treto. Into the young side of the man, I quite such a wagon. Number for me. Nessa, I watch for better 100 years, you know. And one of the Jagum Santi and no auntie, Dadana. Yo, and yeah, Barriada was to be now so also posting his yo, yet, and some no so not Yama, yet your phone, you know. Archibium not young Kai Symphony, Cassia Bre, and now soon Tiatrasian and summer. Wakratano adiabane no na yade toa so amamu ene anope na mefiasie ewo eye daily graphic wakratano emu na daily graphic no na civil society organizations na fe eye occupied Ghana edi tudwa asere se eye Ghana ban branch bedwafo no so mhwe na se eye embre osia na so be a public officer dwumedi ne conduct ni ade nyina ne bill no omohwe se ombetimi age atumu na atimi aye adwuma nti no omubusa se eye conduct of public officers bill no omohwe na anya adwuma nti wonsam na daily graphic ko wakrata no ede ababetudwa ende eye anopenti wonsaka bia behunu ewo sanso na eye speaker of parliament owura eye Aban Babin and so ade atudwa na ochirem say se bia ye ma parliamentarians no say omonko ahomigem kakra na omonko ye modwum sanso from ne nyina eye ka se eye o mensika kakra na aka no ye sanso ewese wasa kwanti bibia ni a se wo se omohwe no me na kwanso ye from omobaya okomo smogo embrensusu ye bia ye ni hu komo wo be bia e de ba besem nti aka twitwi di na mo bo man Ghana no ensem wan su amode ba no e ho nso ehia te se anya mfaso de emfa ma omamu ni nyina nti wakasa abokoko e wo sansem no anu su ko wakrata no e de abetudwa na akopie mu e wo kumase adwuma ma ye se benkanya ase ye se eye qnet adwumako no je se omusom da so a hye kuntuna ase e je nkrofo sikanti akoso mu bitebe 487 na yakwa so mu se ombra no mechire nenti a omhye sumu ase ebu nkrofo fa so nti wonsam na ko akrata no e de abetudwa na fe health insurance mpayinfo so Dr. Da Costa Abuaje da no chem so mo de health providers no eka na nyame adom ese no metue bi e de amoma ese wonsam no ko akrata no e de abetudwa nti wonsaka daily graphica no na chese ho kenkan no na wakenkan hu nsama ewo mu no sanso na owura nyahotama kulu de atudwa ewo chronicle ko akratam se mpempenso a Ghana yaba beduni anhwa na ese beji nsemu esanse yeme nyina achiachia ya fum edoso nti wo se bibi ewo ho eno na nsama ko akrata no ade abetudwa na fe adwumam Kenya ase chese enkrofo mo hye kuntuna ase kwan so a qnet fo akwachiom no awonsam so ewo ha ko akrata no ade abetudwa ne aka no pacho bo mode anape bi na kenkan ebeboa wa na ese wafa ye to so yenhwe Ghanaian Times ko akrata no so anim na Ghanaian Times so chirema na health insurance sama ma Canada no wasanso atimbium se ne anyahwe kra no ometua 400 million e dia match se health providers na se 400
million But my 800 million.
I can't almost near 800 and I omit you move.
It will 400.
Yeah.
Now 400 now can you reach
and this is Bobamich. And this is one of it, yes, I can. And so, some Anna Coacratano, and the Alabetuja. Sounds so Anna, a Canaman Penny Chima, Nice and Ribiachum, DKM. God is love, and it's a crabia baby boom for fast soon in ano. Now I see or no, and I say any dear, Ghana for no crack can be, and I gonna for Gina Soa, Yade to about Etiano, no chum say no, Ghana for your mundia, a woman no crown at Dagono, says a nipper or yet. Kofa by Emma Sadi came near Kakuninano. Such as a NPP me kono edia and near nipa or dear Nimbu Ghana for a fast suchi edia a man for Sika Queno and no edia cotton power nipa as supports MPPs of finance MPP me kunu campaign Dr. Mahmoud Baumia campaign yano or do Marcotene. So it means that we're Bugana for Sika at the Sikano. And I share Baumia campaign and all the Baumia campaign. We're Bugana for Joe Musica. Edi says Ghana ye ba o campaign amano sana de na kwaye sana tie anya kwaye sana tie enti eye rua mama say Ghana fo a ye sika ekoka apa no wa say na ne nam a o ne nam a so all life enjoy amount for bread no yankone enkoji sa sika no e wo ne ho but you see Peter boy na enkomo no NCP obetimi the video na to so oye wa na president Mahama e de kasa asem no wo de yentie the way I know sika and you could feel say ni yede ne famu intwato so no ya to say oya obi pa ne say dey was gu ahome a no wakasa no che bibi wo de tie we kitu abi tie
Abraham ye mampanyi jumedie bi by our friend DKM okay say samre no MPP4 omo MP4 ne wa omo boja a press conference says DKM no me ene mu nua ba lodina dia mokai nanu ya enche bia ena omanpanyi abedi eche ba omia okọ krobi e wo sirima e friend nandom na okọ ho no onam no na abrantie bi ene ne nanam a omo bon komo enti etwa samfoni ne baaye no ene ko ba se DKM amwate no e sa abrantie ne dia ena ni wofa a oye minister of interior and Brusaderi ojitu mu se DKM rura no oye MPP ni na oye one of the financiers of Omampenya Bedeche Dr. Baumia.
So you see so
ene da ho no
but what they represent picture ni ni eti we nandom na no omonam Brusaderi yani ni di nkomo omoni ni di nkomo nsandwefo ni di nkomo what you tum say we you financier ma MPP no one jina baba ya ne counting ya ni tikiti ayi Baumia so fugumu a waso fei papa kokko
wa jiga na fosika di no kwa
power the fair odi akota Baumia chi ane na ho obi anya ne hwanka eye ba bi asambere ya jisika no anase oda bankuku mu enso na wadi no kwa ene aye gai asanso anya kuduro jesa na se we no se Nyankopon ya adom mano jesa amfa samba de na se akoba ne sa se omoba power automatically obenya position of course
na se krono na ye bu nkrofo agu afaso no omanga na ye be se sika no obenya ne chafa wo mu ankrankro wa bu yen na omamu ni nyina no ntimi mbu enti yamfa bibi ewo mu enti Kwame no nsem anopei ko wakrata ndi abasa wonsa ka bia na se wo so no watwa so ewo mu ma menko na memfa Daily Post ko wakrata no emfa entudwa na endra eye NDC se eye sectorial manifesto enchirechiremu amoye no ebi nsem ha na se owura eye governance edi tudwa echirem say there se wodi eye MPP ameko no toto NDC eba mpuntuduma ho a enye yie okwan bia so esanse se wo hwe NDC abre na mpuntuduma horo mo yeye akwa mo yiye ayaresa bia hodo mo yeye no nyina edi dance se eye NDC no ewo botai se bire bi oba be say mpontu dwuma be koso na ne kura che se na nado ne MPP so mu ye bi no so mo de contract bi tu ha esika awura mu no enya asem kuma e na ometu esika ne be wie nso no contract bi enu adwuma bi enu wa ekoso poalugu eye adansidie sky train eye adansidie tese bebrebe e wo ho enti no yenhwe na yemma sankrofo yempra promochi emfi amambuo mu na NDC ma meto aso enti wonsam no ena se eye ko wakrata no e de abetodwa sanso ena owura akatapole sa di we tese enya asem kuma meti di we ache papa nya na edi we old name now chem say message ani aka ho asem na osi okọ register oba Ghana ko register usafi ono so beto aba e Ghana okọ electoral commission ko ni bibia osi owie wandu fie kura ohu ansa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asa ni message so on to aba no mfa no nti osi odi electoral commission ho ya say si obi amama be register se si na ya dan e obi nya mi data ogina so dia send message ana na say yan numbers ni ade ni nyina say de man krofo no nipa bi anya otuwa ni asend no message hu hia ni ade ama
isidra ni edi adanse ni say Bawumia A2 kwan akoba bi akoye campaign enu po ye nya ho message so ye den no munya ye number how why na ma omo kwan e ma omunya ye numbers omo betima send ye messages akwa
enti owura katapole de osi onfa nsho bia onhwe ni fa nhwe banku
telcos no
aye onu kura do osi electoral commission e no ne wo osi electoral commission because e ho no ko register ye owie ye no wanu ba bia e na so onya message nti no omu njai sa de na omu ye no omu information ye ono nkwan information so de mo bia na se eye ono ne dia nti kwa ma menjira no so na se eye ko wakrate mu nsam no mfonikase ye mfansia na fe ye mfa dwumadie dia aka no ento ato aso e matiefuo
but as akwa wouldn't say message be say etimi obi BP kosro
pa
because what hano what say ni sika what say ni gwetre na ye de ne won sama sa beto say to abama no oh hani BP oh man pressure but I say akwa krantima na ate nka no Joma am free abemu enoma wadija nanado danko akufo do ne Bawumia ebi ni MPS terminal 3 Waterma port brand new terminal 3 Kotoka International Airport interchanges ahodo ne akwan ahodo suku ahodo ayaresabia ahodo water and electrification projects ahodo enra na agboja government ka se mo na mra ho beso 2025 year bay edia pa na nanado betimi de nsa atwene ne bo akase wo jama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama History Hotel. All right, bro, so you call Let's Talk Educational Consult or radio so about TV so there you die one best see ya ba dwumadi ne to so me ko bia.
ye ko start empunto foforo ye betro ne omotwe gyanina to set teachers quarters yi amoma water system ene nioma anka e was sesebre ye wie no eho ene ede ya ho de beko ebi se yenim se efie wotwe a oso no betena so no amaye sika sem nyina sei enti sika kakra ye wono saa nioma to set teachers quarters amoma water system ene saa nioma no eno ena yedi yeni beko so a ye beye ewie minim se abato obrea so enti mekai se amoma kwan 2020 yedi fidie begu so abra ye wa ban mu yedi makoko road anka ekwan a efri amoma ekopie agina ni na contractor eguso ye no koko road abai foforo baya almost say amoma ha ye nua koko enti ade ne de koko road abaha na ye nua koko a say yes ye dua cashew na cashew ye mfa nko amano ne nkoton emfa dollars ma enti na ye Ghana for ni bi enti ne de koko roads ba ya ye de bi ba amoma se ne be ya ye kwan na trucks na ebetwe cashew no kono ombenya kwan aba beto cashew no ne de kwa amano ne ediskaba Ghana enti ye ba saa kwan ni nyina ye beto asubio 2020 ye di fidie begu saa kwan so ye to abawie ya eno mbesa kwan afia ye beto ababiom ye hu se contractor gu so na minim se osom miensa akai enkoba se ombeba begu so fefefe na bibia yeye ye ndisi ne beba beto aso ewie sa mokwan amamo bo amehye ne se ye ndisi ye ma enkanche contractor ne se onja adwuma no nto adwuma oye no ye be ma na to aso no awie kwan no fefefe Nanya ne de NDC manifesto editudwa na ahwe manifesto no a ya ye nhyehyɛ sɛ region bia te sɛ Bono Easter ye betwa asase kɛseɛ ne de kanea ensuo bibia ba asase no so enti wo a wo ye private businessman wo pɛ sɛ wo besi factory ye betwa asase ne bia ma wo no abesi factory ne fɛfɛɛfɛ manso bia ni asase no so wo si wo factory a na mabu na ɛwɔ ha no no afa omo ejuma na omo so omo nya ejuma ye Bono is titru ye be pen crofon be ba be si cashew factory enti afibia on beto cashew no fefefe ye be ma bo na basoro se na be ya cashew farmers so on be nya sika che omo botom Senya ye koko no saa ne be ye cashew koko emre no dru say ye beti koko a government announce producer price of cocoa I just ekwafo no enim say me te bottle a say na menya saa ne be ya ma cashew so emre ne be so a ye be bo price no say ne be ya ekwani no be hu sika dodo a obenya so okote ne cashew na ya ma factory for no ato no mo siesie ne kama na yeso ye de akọ amano ne akoton ene ameka say Indian for ebeto ye cashew omo de cashew no ko India no mo akonnua no mo ye ne kama no mo omo de akọ abrochire akọje dollars na ye ha de ya be ma ya bibi kakra bi eno eto betwa ensise foforo a ye de ba no ebe boa ama ekuafo no so eje sika etimi ahwe omo abrabon moka say 2016 Abraham ye mampanyi jumedie bi by our friend DKM moka say samre no MPP4 omo MP4 ne wan mo omo bodwa a press conference says DKM no a me any munu abalodina dia mokai nanu ya enche bia ena omampenya abedi eche baomia oko okrobi e wosrima e friend nandom na oko ho no onam no na abrantie bi ene ne nanam a omobo nkomo nti etwa samfoni ne baaye no ene ko ba se DKM amwate no e sa abrantie ne dia ena ni wofa ye minister of interior and Brusaderi ojitu mu se DKM rura no oye MPP ni na oye one of the financiers of Omampenya Bedeche Dr. Baumia enti ekire se enkontompo ne ntra omudigu yeso no enne adedi se na nipa DKM ne no oye MPP ni ezu musika no di ye no eno bi na order ma Dr. Baumia edi ye ne campaign enti etro de eni mrika eko eni nokra eko mrika entro bedi kan nso enkodru awieye enokra no ene bedi nkunim ezu enti MPP for no ba Dr. Baumia ba mumbusa ne said DKM obewia di pasika koe no mahu se onene nante enti ombusa no na onfa musika mremo ezu
Usidaya 7 bottle bako 100 cedis ezu eza a driver for Abra NDC Teso say we driver ni na ukoto petrol gallon bakwa na uto no 14 cedis and then so the ukuta sa 14 cedis sa o de pentua kwa pentua no po enyama ezu and then fertilizer bottle bakwa Untiminto and dollar obisi wachi dollar akotum all this of one nama IGP Abra NDC woho dollar CD9 any editor dollar bako
osua dia edibo an mo amhwe we TV exercise ne kasafa madam time bomb nkoma no wodi ehwo se ekwan a wo ba no efa susua dia edibo ano akoda wote asem na sum na akogu ni tirim obu a efuonya na ni bebo so boso wache na dia akogu ni tirim eti let's talk education consult eye suku a wo mo fa sa kwan no so eboa ema mofra na disua na ede ekoso pa Etienne Mensa da Jeff Obano call Let's Talk Education Consult. Na yentito Obano number penny impawate from 0249069821 0249069821 or Techinungwe State Mango Street. Manam show TV XYZ someone who His Excellency John Dramani Mama na pro bonimun semno ebia nana ne yi atramo no ebo 920 wabra nkomo kase no oman no aterase ayedi nkomo no Gabasha say you bet me anya lawyer Beatrice na no ahoma no so na yene na to ankomo no so wonsem ni bia John Dramani Mahama epudi ato ho e de ache Ghana fo nyina pasabere ye kwa Ghana Health Therapeutics Dr. Yakrado wababa cheche ensemu nienti a wofa Ghana bama ebeboa nienti a wonum save 500 ebedi abo nienti a wonum de ebiewa
Ghana man capsules Booster Joy ni Crepto wonuma ebeboa pa na enene de yedi nchia kese ema etifo ne ahwefo nyina se na yeda edi kan ya wotie ya Ghana Health Therapeutics and executive process center for yen ne aba studio kese mu ha sei na yen ye die drum kwaso Ghana Balm eba ya muni na mujitu mu na nyame adom ye bi hospital kese ewo UPSA Accra College of Education kwan ne so na ho no ma ye frɛ baby Pilma Hotel Junction sa junction na so na executive prostate center ewo na hospital we eye ultra modern hospital kra foforo kra brand new kra yesi eye Ghana Balm for ye yankasa ye hospital enti enya hospital bia keke Ghana Balm for na munim de dano yankasa na ya bie ye hospital ye friend no executive prostate and herbal center na niema hospital we edanso ewo other hospitals when say number 1 yenje consultation fee ewo executive prostate and herbal center yenje consultation fee yenti say baby a obekwa we okọ honoma ansa na obekọ hu doctor eni na di nketa hu die crampo no ewo say wotua 3,000 Ghana cedis 4,000 Ghana cedis in this economy no sa amount we nipa ahen bit me afford it penifo tras no ye consultation fee policy no e de fee yen books mu if you say ye dwen Ghana for one ye nim say emre na ye wo mu no emu edin nti na ho hia say ye be ma Ghana for eho hin ha om kakra nti number 1 ye nje consultation fee ewo executive prostate and herbal center number 2 and say ye nro na munim de da no ebi ni Ghana Bama mudi twi de da no ebi so ni say 500 mo no mama mu immunity ni mu immune system ni mu general well-being ACPA anase Ghana man capsule sai mema na fa as omo lawyers ewo mpem edi omo asemamo na ye man so fa ema omo libido akosro na prostate joy mo fa against mo prostate disorders na crypto amonum as malaria do ni typhoid the drone indroni na no yatete so say who ewo executive prostate and herbal center yatete ye ndroni na so ewo yasuye enti se oba ye honoma ye de be ma as a wholesale price ne born here very very affordable compared to omo retail and drone pharmacies ne herbal shops na etwa obi aho ahia e won the community mu no it will buy aso ya first thing is say untua consultation fee the second thing and say yen drone ya tete so kwa mamu say who eti obiara enfa na nature executive prostate and herbal center number 3 and say you were very experienced working staff e wo honom omo ye dwuma executive prostate center ni na omo experience ewo health sector ni no more than 5 years oba you are very experienced nurses you are very experienced medical doctors omo school omo nim de ni omo various specialties no ya list ewo your various social media pages it is oko internet oko TikTok oko Facebook oko X na se okobo executive prostate and herbal center ewo honoma wan kasa do be hu qualifications medical doctors omo wo ya so ye no muni na omo wo any various professionals omo yejuma wo no omo various experiences omo nya any baby mia bi wa omo yejuma no ya list ni na kama ewo ye various social media platforms no etini se wo ba na wo de won kwa be hye yensa ewo executive prostate and herbal center wan kasa no ye assured of quality service if you say omo sure no ye very knowledgeable and very experienced afei so yewo machines akese ewo laboratory section honom na scan section honom yewo mind ray scanner eye 3D etie for 3D sa scanner we ebi ni bebia ewo my we mu ebi ni bebia wo my we mu na we ente se 2D nkaye na eno no etwa scan amawa etwa enim ne nkwa no etie for we na enye na adwuma sa kra we na 3D eti se wo yare no akwakọ hinta ewo organ bi echi ana akwakote ewo bia bi a chese 2D scanner no afoforo ne yusu no entumi hu a oba ye ho no ma ye betimi adane di amount ama the correct and accurate diagnosis wo hwehwe no won saka eti na hu hia se wo de wani kire executive prostate and herbal center yeah all types of laboratory lab test inso ewo honom say yeah full blood count say yeah liver function test kidney function test hormonal profile thyroid function test nini nano yehwe ewo honom bibi bia obetima dwon bia lab bia obedwen hu bia no ye executive prostate and herbal center. Na afei so no edin prostate na eka ho na ya na mpempi no ema frɛ ya na omo fe say ebia ema de omo ntimi mba ye hospital honom be patrol entisa edin prostate na edaso no eye enka ye ma etiefo say yen na ye the prostate specialist ewo my way mu yen na ye the prostate specialist ewo my way mu say o prostate ho atochema yare bia prostatitis benign prostatic hyperplasia dodonite friend prostate enlargement anasa wo de no stromal tumors ne niama bem ada ne kokrama me pa chow ni na no betimi de aba executive prostate and herbal center so ye betu asete one time e the amount afen so no wo yare bia to say hypertension diabetes high cholesterol bibi biara no ye hwe ewo executive prostate and herbal center yare bia betima dwen hu bia no ye hwe ewo executive prostate and herbal center say bia won so no kra lab request from other facilities now per correct laboratory tester obetima walk in into executive prostate and herbal center ye in lab section ya to ni din tech lab no e honom no ye be lab ne the amount straightforward the amount accurate diagnosis e won metie mu afen so opesa wo ye walk in scan in so obetima walk in eti omo ben Medina ene ogbojoni areas American House ne ade a opesa utwa scan of any kind e be a pregnancy test e be a first trimester test this animal anomaly test ni na no betimi aba betwa e wo executive prostate and herbal center eti ye lab ene ye scan ene ye hospital nankasa de e kra behwe obi bia e fa na ni nkyere ya so ye UPSA Accra College of Education kwane so Pilma Hotel Junction edini ye executive prostate and herbal center ye numbers no me betu dwate eye 0244 72 7028 0244 72 7028 and as 0276 814 884 0276 814 884 and your last number no 0537 266 300 0537 266 300 friend any ending komo me de manu asi
me da say doc o ma adwuma no ye kama pa asempa ho etia paw no ko ti asem na no aka cha on executive prostate center no o ma krado o mo twen and afezu Ghana Health Therapeutics o mu nu pa wo dwama so no mesre ho to anamo no pebito se de be ya ubenya ayare sapapa wutie mi ene me pese hunu se major real estates o mo dwen mo ho eti omo nsase pa egu miamia bi te say Shy Hills, Royal City, Hobo Ebenezer City, Obom Ebenezer City. Dia wo mu kran say nsase amabobo boso ne miamia ewe woto asase no na wutua sika no entem suara ubenya se company no betwa blocks mako 200 e dia cha okwa na ye the 5 bags of cement apel so and afeso ye onhye papa hodo ho a ye begina so na kakrakra watua serebe ya wonso beba abede ho wonsase sami mu we yansase amasontwe bia ni ho Obit from Major Real Estate was 0554 578338 and a 0500 663 005 and a 0240 387 837. You should bet your coin ewa kaswa otamens. Tipa wa no more. Ye from Kura Yadia and a face of Fijukomo how when you saw a brew, a drug Nadra wintimi na any Yadia would walk. Ubetimi dia health alert clinic. You better attack. Make us a health alert clinic in Grabatano, Ebu Medina, Kaswa, Pokwase Shaman, and Attack Rade. Ubetwa from 0242518893 and 0242518865. Health alert, ye kono heba. Ye wo TV so sounds wo radio so. Ye wo Power FM, as wo TV XYZ. HBI His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kwanya. Woba be faso man fidi nyuma aye adwuma se de sitie ekwan a woba be faso ama dwadie akoso wo mamu every 2025 okọ ye ba be di ho komo opanyi pa betena se na ene natane na eje no no ohwe di nkrasembo na ewo mu na ase jinyame na ewo mu ana wenye jinyame jinyame wom achichidi achi wom Bakaine unu se Franco Trading Enterprise ya phone papa fie say ye iPhone, say ye Nokia, say Samsung, phone papa be a wo part obia. Abusia Bowura Franco Trading Enterprise. On Sabeka Biato. And no man bo wo fem and a face almost smart TV no. Come papa ni bi. A bonus also da form. Free 32 inches, closely 100 inches. Our Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco air conditioner so ye my Ghana ye Musaka Bobra so and no my head ye. It is a what Ghana, what a Ghana, would ya Ghana Hanquadia. Open bomb from you, I bed ya boa. A Franco air condition. Our Franco Trading Enterprise. Just freezers, refrigerators. Obambonti the CCTV cameras. Papa. Bora Franco Trading Enterprise. Ubenya biato. Ebwane da form. From 0555 939311 0555 939311 and a 02464223338 Franco Trading Enterprise. What that's why your phone papa perfie. Maminti way through na fe many opinion and some common as I said ye mumubri aye krado mubisa say na MPS no said ye Mahama ye no e dia bio no ba be ya to aso ye benya MPS sani bi foforo wo baabi ebi si cheda kura se obetima bopo obetima twapo ama epo anantia bewura baabi epo nie enu bi na edwo Mahama ni so ade hunana ebi so se aye dollar yin so edi enya pa ebedwadie mu nsema edwadifo obre ohwe eto ahodo ededa no ma so wabra yakra no ma efri amanfo ma so eba ye mamu a Mahama de no ba be ya ayi efri sa de yi mu mese mu aye ni nyina wa ene mu aye ne shatade e fre no ginyame nyame na abam bakai na wuru se Moses Clinic and Herbal Center ebusia bawura osisi here because wo magina sailon cinnamon so e de Moses garlic capsules aba Sedro na manse gina so aboa ma hoden abetene o mapom Sedro na manse gina so aboa ama eye ekwan ya srade boni di nkofo nyan etu atwa ebe check your cholesterol level ebe san so yi feeling kikawa every moja nim eba be ya hoden abetene wapom na mapom den sem na konanim na kom Moses Clinic and Herbal Center if you was say ekwa wutiri so kasa bibia ye yade bia say your prostate wonsam and passion common toye hypertension diabetes sciatica malaria typhoid stroke say mofra na enya stroke can you imagine kase boni na ye mu bi ye no exercise ayanya nuani fun bi aye die no ni nyina ka wo bi o and then the way my shall say me yes we did and they do walkings asa medi asa nanti ayebe nante oko Moses Clinic and Herbal Center wapomodin wonsam yebe hwa ma kama wosina ya o ya no wosina ensio ice water gumu kakra bia eya na afemro fabra Moses Clinic and Herbal Center ya wadenta ya ni post station no na di ani mo hwe ASL dan kesi anim Ghana Highway Authority asase tadam na ewo ho no Accra Ministries ehwa no mo wo sanso na je kwadwo ya ni school for the deaf no na di ani mo hwe Kumasi de eya henema kokobe Francis here was 0244 068447 0244 068447 abodon krapa ho sema dumienu yeba na yabehye nkomotwetwe no asete de mni kan no ena baabi a yani gina pa wo ye nkomodidie mu eye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na nisuade hunu kase pa ewo eye emfidi nnwuma ene eye dwadie eho nsem emfidi nnwuma ene dwadie ho nsem na nisuade hunu edema sa eye sector no en opanyi oba bebo nkomo no na ameyenya ye ho ntiase ene hunu mu eye Dr. Eben Anua Ama Dr. Eben Anua Ama right. Dr. Eben Anua Ama ebusiafo no na spokesperson Emma trade and industry manifesto team no Emma NDC amanyoko no na eba trade and industry wa be ho pa and I'm sure that's the reason tia waka empanifo yi ho a omobo am yate John Mahama ni swade ho no I say obani me mo agye mo akwa doc bibia bokọ de na me adom good na ye hwe said ye beba ye nkomo na nkasa so na watima kire no ma ɛda kwan ma John Mahama de asi n'ani so ɔne n'abɛde akyi Professor Nana Jane ɔmo de asi ɔmo ani so ɔmo de ɛba baasotwe ɔman Ghana yɛ mpremprem te bea ya ɛdeɛ na wobɛtumi aka ɛde afa ɔmo a ɔmo benefit within the trade and industry sector egyina yi ana enyina yi.
Good morning. My tree is terrible.
Hey, what's so?
So I'll try.
Now tree. I brought for one of the abre.
Try.
No, brought for me to meet pa. But just my imagine say, me krom kasa de meka.
Okay, so.
It's a mau bet me the gafra.
Fantastic.
Fan grand fra.
Yo, okay.
Mentia say kra meti wase.
Yo, okay. So if we take a look at the 2024 budget statement that was read by Honorable Kano Feriata before he left, I think paragraph 394.
Yeah.
He made some admissions, and I'd like to comment on that as a starting point.
Ojinoma
bitum.
Okay.
That Ghana spent...
Kano Feriata.
Okay. 2023.
Budget statement. Page by
Paragraph 394, I think.
Paragraph 394. Okay.
Ghana spent $2 billion on rice, sugar, poultry products, even tomatoes and onions. Tomatoes and onions, that could have been avoided. Ghana spent $2 billion on that.
These are imported products.
Imported products.
Rice, tomatoes.
Absolutely.
Tomatoes.
Absolutely. $2,000 billion. Okay, but we can produce these things. What happens is this: we then create jobs in other people's countries, and two, if they have inflation in their countries, we import their inflations also.
Oh, it is said the amount for normal is yakosro. A woman so no. Say yakoso kra normal free ho. E de buy memu. Omo normal no said yes ikosro no. And no moment ya actually buy memu.
That's it.
And they get to have a certain level of peace of mind.
Well, so at the time we're leaving office, with 4 cedis you could buy $1. It's not surprising, therefore, that now for $1 you have to use 16 cedis to buy that. This is not good enough.
16 cedis, 40 pesos.
Okay, 16 cedis, 40 pesos.
I will call black market
for $1.
Yes.
So we are not only creating jobs for them, we're also importing their inflation.
Wow.
So this is not good enough. And Ghana must reset.
And as we think of resetting, what is accounting for our inability to depend on things we can even produce in our own country?
So let me tell you something. The vision man, the man of vision, His Excellency JM, he saw this some time ago. So for sugar, what he decided to do was to create the Commander
Sugar Factory. Yeah.
So we produce sugar ourselves.
Okay, to revamp the Commander Sugar Factory.
Yes. And then not only to produce sugar, but to create jobs for farmers. So they can plant the sugar cane, harvest and sell it to the factory, and we produce. So we produce our own sugar. We cut down this unnecessary import. The second thing he did was a Vema rice project.
Yeah.
To make sure we can produce our own rice and eat our own rice. But there are some 2 regions in Ghana. They used to be Brong Ahafo, now Bono and Ahafo, and even part of Afran Plains, so and so forth. When it comes to poultry products, I knew that not too long ago, as early as 6 a.m., you see trucks full of eggs from that part of the country.
Trucks full of what? Eggs?
Eggs.
Wow.
So we were producing eggs ourselves, and we're producing poultry products ourselves. How come that all of a sudden we have to import all of these things?
And that's the answer I'm waiting for. How did we end up depending on imports?
It was because of policy. You see, this government decided to change the policy to make sure that we'll go outside to bring those things.
But this is a government that promised that we're going to move from taxation, because they claimed that you were overtaxing us. You were slapping us with nuisance taxes. So they were going to move from the dependency on taxation and move to production.
But that's not true. But that's not true. What they did was, as we speak to you right now, we have about 23 taxes and levies that didn't exist. E-levy, COVID levy, emission levy, so many of them. So they actually didn't tell Ghanaians the truth. They actually lied to us. That's the reason why His Excellency GM says that he's going to reset. He's going to reset, change things again so that we can move in the positive direction. So he's really prepared for it.
But they're also promising an upgrade. Between resetting and upgrade, behind the Diabo Ghana, but within Krafra.
Okay, he was modeling Danny GM bashing power. Dan GM bashing power. Well, that Warlock can be at least a few Ghana. The half a region, Kabono region say. Beni about living Maji like a truck saber. Imagine with GFN, Ghana imagine with GFN, many AJ Warlock can be.
That's right.
Beyond to the one chef can Jaman say. Agbene o mola hona you. Sickly. Amo. Amo te triple.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? One chef can ba. Sabola one chef can ba man say. But near yoology, there one chef can Jaman say can ba pair. But one ham imagine proclaim one ham and chumo. Agbene ke ameshika gbanya to ho ehi aka ne one chef can ba wo show ameshika gbanya to ne ehi efen ka ba Ghana ne. O dan wo ba ahye. Oh, here $1 or banner 40 should be on ton $1 okay 16 40%. Like I should be here. But son what check me. No John Mama, His Excellency. A bad check be a mere from resetting.
That's right.
Be here. Here to my fate and no honey a yano econ. Can he no honey and yano Benny Buff the cry, a back cry. She said what check me. But not feeling when you're off in a imagine being a fan.
So a reset, new upgrade.
Not upgrade, reset.
It can never be an upgrade.
It can never be an upgrade.
Because that's what they are promising
no,
us.
It can never be an upgrade.
We should rather be upgraded.
So are they saying that if they're saying upgrade, it means that we are going to pay more cities for the same dollar, which is bad enough. It means that we are going to continue to import unavoidable products, like even tomatoes and onions, poultry products, so and so forth. It can never be an upgrade.
So what policy direction are you promising the good people of Ghana come January 7, 2025? What are we going to be seeing within the trade and industry sector?
So we are going to promote domestic trade in the first place. There are about 6 things that we're going to do. We are going to promote exports and as much as possible reduce imports. We import only things that we cannot produce here. We are going to industrialize, add value to what we do. And we are going to make sure the process of doing business is easy. It's made easier for all of us.
Let me hold you on the issue of we are going to industrialize. How different is your policy from the policy which this government promised us, which is one district, one factory? How different is it from it?
Theirs was a complete failure. Complete failure. Did we ever see anything done in that sector? No.
But they claim they have partnered with some individual companies in the country.
Name them.
And I'm out for the actually Miami I would want the signboards. I go say one district, one factory.
So these are just signboards, so and so forth. When it came to NDC, you could see it. You could see it. So for example, we were adding value to sugarcane to produce sugar. You see, we're doing it. And then we had all kinds of industries like the textiles industry, Drapon, for example. We're linking Drapon textile to the cotton we're producing in the northern part of Ghana and adding value to the cotton that we're producing into textile materials as a base material for manufacturing. So we actually had a track record. They did not. They allowed a commander to go to waste. They allowed Abema to go to waste. They destroyed Drapon and so on and so forth. His Excellency GM is prepared to revamp, to reset all of this.
So you were more strategic.
Very, very strategic.
In terms of placing the factories in the country.
Yes.
But they wanted to spread it across, which is every district should have a factory. Is that the way to go?
You see, it was just talk. It was just talk.
But is that the way to go? That every district must have a factory?
I think that districts that have those advantages should have a factory, so on and so forth. So we want to create growth poles. So if, for example, the Bono and Ahafo regions are very good with the poultry materials or poultry products, why don't you help them? to produce more. Okay. Those who have the advantage in growing rice, why don't you help them to produce more? That is the way to go. Not just to say that every day. So, for example, if here in Accra, you don't have an advantage in the factory, should we necessarily create that factory here? No. We need to create growth posts so everybody will feel the development in his or her pocket and her body.
Okay. So, which areas have you identified? These growth posts you talk of, which areas have you identified, and what kind of factories are we going to see?
So, for example, if you take Afran Plains, it's a breadbasket, and part of Water region or Outer region, even Bronx and a half region, part of Eastern region, and even Sada. Why can't we produce? We are going to produce tomatoes. We are going to help people to produce tomatoes and process them. The same will apply to other agro processes. So we have agro processes, factories in all these areas.
Yeah.
So when we produce an agricultural product, we add value to them, so that we don't only eat them here, we don't consume them here, we also export them to other countries. That's what His Excellency really wants to do. So the Pualugo tomato factory, for example, will be reset, will be revamped.
Wow.
Okay, and then the meat factory will also be revamped.
Okay.
The textile factory in Japan will be revamped. That is the idea of GM. It's an excellent idea.
And you're revamping them with the thinking of what? Ensuring that we export the products they produce?
We export as much as possible, and we also consume what we... But the idea is to export.
Okay.
So we'll put less pressure on our cities, and we'll also get some foreign exchange to pay our debts.
But do you have the market, both externally and internally? Marketing or...
There's a market. And that's the reason why His Excellency said he's going to set up an accelerated export development board. He himself will chair it. The idea is to identify very quickly where the export markets are and then ensure that we export to those. If he means he has to do the legwork himself to go around the world, he will do it. He has done it before.
Why him?
He just wants to create the impression. He wants to tell everybody that is his mindset. So if he, the president, is doing it, then how much you, a minister under him?
But why a president? Ejuma Bebre Senensa. Why would he want to leave Ejuma Bebre? No, now person will chair away. Now we wouldn't need the trepa. At the end, woman.
He's signaling that he's interested in we adding value to our product and exporting. He's interested in that. He's also interested in ensuring that if there are problems, teething problems, you have them resolved as quickly as possible so that we can also export and get some money. So it's going to be a serious work when he comes by. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
By the time when he was a vice president,
yes,
he knew that His Excellency President Atomis, may he so rest in peace, he's created a good, conducive environment where investors could come in and invest. But they were all waiting, like they were behind the gate, waiting to come in. And there was difficulties for them to actually come in. What were the reasons? So we had a lot of state enterprises like EPA, GMPC, GIPC, and all of them have their own policies and things like that. So it was delaying things. What he did was he called for a meeting. He called all the state enterprises to get together to the table to resolve the matter and make sure that they quickly act on it.
Act on what?
To provide the means,
okay,
so that those investors will come in and invest very quickly.
Okay.
And what happened was that immediately after that, the gate was open. And there are about almost $6.something billion was invested into the oil and gas sector.
Yeah.
So Sankofa came on board. Tain also came on board. They invested this money. What happened? At the time that they finished, we left power. All these benefits came to Ghana under these people. That was the idea. You see, the idea of sitting together with people and championing it. Number two, he noticed also that our ports were consistently congested. And when ships come, they would delay. They actually delayed into coming into the port. What he did was to call the Ghana Ports and Harbors together and other stakeholders. He said, "What is the problem?" As soon as they gave him the problem, he said, "Look, if MPS can do this, but they claim that they can get their own money, go and borrow their own money and come and expand the port." So say, why not? So just because he put people together and ensured that you are doing the right thing. At the end of the day, MPS came on board, expanded the Tema port. Again, when the benefits started coming, we were out of power, and the benefits went to these people. You see what I mean? So he has done it before, he can do it. He's realized that the best way forward, if you have a problem, pay attention to that.
And by paying attention, you must lead.
You must lead.
Fantastic. I went also on Wabidi anymore. No, I shall know what Etimakoso. When what would it culminate into your current problems about industrialization? And normal ye face of my Ghana. And ye sitting a warding. And they said, ye dear want to know my crabba as well. For which reason, dollar no, a brim sitting there. Say ye to me, ye no me ya woki kenye. Na ye revampo factories are now ordered. Ye the bibe can one. What would it culminate into as far as its effect on your city now what they are concerned?
So there'll be less pressure on the city. All right. So the city will become stronger. And then we also make some more money in terms of foreign exchange. These two can come together. They will come together to ensure that there's some stability on our market. So the prices of goods and services will begin to fall. All right. That's the idea of the whole thing. Once the price of goods and services are falling, Ghanaians will have their own peace, okay, and they can go about their normal jobs. So that's the reason why this vision bearer is saying that, give me the power. I'm going to ensure that all the problems that are associated with exports will be reduced, and imports will also be reduced.
Yeah.
So Ghanaians will have jobs to do. One of the abiding principles of the NDC manifesto is that we should create jobs for our people. Not only creating the income, but creating jobs. We have teeming youth that are coming out of school and they don't have jobs.
Yeah.
We want to create jobs for them.
So what kind of jobs are we looking at here? We are limiting ourselves to industrialization. So within these factories you're creating and revamping, what kinds of jobs are we going to see?
It will depend on industry to industry or factory to factory.
Yeah.
So for us, that's the reason why, again, he's bringing this concept of the 24-hour economy. So if there's one job, okay, that can be done by 3 people over 3 shifts. Why not? So it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in a factory setting up, you can be in an office, you can be in a bank, wherever you are. If there's a job that can be done by 3 people, he will create the environment for you to employ those 3 people for the same job. What will happen is that we'll have increased productivity, okay, we'll produce more, then we'll have more chance to export because we're going to add value and actually export. So we will reduce our import, we export some more, we have more jobs, Ghanaians will have their peace.
This 24-hour economy you speak of, Cheddar, who is also running for president, argues that it is machines that can deliver a 24-hour economy, and not necessarily the human beings, because where they are fatigue setting, na nipa wujina ne so, no man running a 24-hour economy there. Also,
he doesn't understand things, and I'll tell you why. You need machines. I agree with you. The 24-hour economy then will provide the environment for companies or factories to import the required machinery to work with. But you need human beings to operate them. Even if it's 1 person or 2 or 3 people, and they are working, and then you bring in 24-hour shift system, you're going to have about 3 people doing that same job. You see what I mean? So you need the machines, but you need the people actually. And the idea also is we have to be productive. Once we are using machines, it does not mean that we should let our people go. You are operating what? A machine.
That's right.
But it's you, the human being, that's doing it. You see what I mean?
But now you want video, it will be a Juma in Nipaye. And also, I mean, there are machines that equally can do what human beings are doing.
But you must skill up yourself. You see, if you don't upskill, then the machines will take your job. But the more complex machines that we have, the more you need very critical skills to actually do. That's the reason why it's not just about 24-hour economy. We are thinking about bringing all other things together. We are to unskill ourselves. Those who don't have the skills can do it. Some time ago, even with your phone, before you can make a call, you have to go to the post office and to make a call. Now you have a mobile phone. I also have a mobile phone.
Yeah.
So we have updated our equipment, so on and so forth. But you still need to know how to operate your phone for you to work effectively. In that same manner, even though we can have advanced equipment, you still need people skilled enough to operate them. And the more we do that, we only don't up productivity, but we also create more jobs for our people.
All right.
And then in addition to that, you see, you need stable power to make sure that the equipments are working.
No moment to guarantee my stable power, especially in Ansema. We've
done it before. GM has done it before, so GM will do it again. We need stable power to operate. Not only stable power, we need security to operate. So we need people, employ more people, employ and use more gadgets to ensure that there's security for people to work. So if you bring all of these things together, GM is saying that we'll create more jobs for our people, we'll increase productivity, we'll reduce our imports, we'll only import things that we really need. We add value to what we produce, and we also export and make more money.
All right. I was here for Safin. Now do a video. No, at why Dr. Eben Anua Ama. And he didn't come out. One on the spokesperson will trade and industry. Emma NDC manifesto committee. No, now you go so I didn't come out there and feed the Numa and I feel so a geddy. What Yememo said here, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And this was the so far, Dr. Ama Boye. I'm here who and she would John Dramani Mahama whatever na emfidi nyuma ahodo a Kwame Nkrumah penso ye agye aguo omo ba abehye mu kinate se de omo ye Commander Sugar Factory no magina so na ensunsuanso ni bi ye benya ne se ye sidi ni benya ahoden na se de ye de ye ho sito enoma ye krafri amanano so no eswate na yenya enoma ni bi a produce wo Ghana ha na Ghana fo nya bi adi na yenya bi nso de akọ amanfo ma so was it when you bet my faso aboama economy no so etimi enya hode other areas are obeso watching against this way there Dr. Ama.
So it's not just about industrialization. You see. We also want to make sure that there are institutions, there are departments, there are state departments, state enterprises that have a role to play. So, and there are laws and regulations. So, for example, the Ghana labor law. We have to take a look at it again. The way it is constructed is in the case that it can enable us to work around the clock. If it cannot, then we have to go back and look at the law and do the necessary changes.
Looking at the law would mean say
some of them some of them have to take it to parliament. Some of them you can do it within yourself.
Okay.
So what about overtime work? What about security for people who are working in the night? Do we have requisite laws to do that? These are some of the things that we'll do. And not only that, we are also going to make sure that everybody is involved. Well, as far as the NDC is concerned, we are a people's party. So make sure everybody is involved. If you have something to share with us, well, we'll be open to it. And GM is actually going to lead that process.
Everybody is involved in what sense? I mean, you're going to create a platform that will draw experience and expertise from everywhere in Ghana. Is that what you're suggesting?
Absolutely.
And what platform would that be?
So he has even said that he's going to have a forum. Okay, he's going to have trade and investment forum. Whatever ideas you have, he'll put his ideas together. If you want to add to it, he'll be pleased to receive them.
But your critics are saying that when you talk like that, it means you're not even ready for power. It means you don't even understand what is happening in the country. Are you going to leave the governing of this country in the hands of baby?
No. That's not the case.
I say you don't have the expertise.
We do. It's a very humble person, a hardworking person who knows what he's about, who asks for other people's opinions. That's not to say that we don't know what we want. We have done our manifesto. We've done all the background work. But however, sometimes for people to even have a say, it's also good. If what we are doing is in the interest of the people, they have the right to have a say in it. So just sitting with us and say, okay, you said that, I agree with you. I think we should look at this way or that way. That is also very good.
Wouldn't it be another talk shop?
No. He has done it before. I'm saying that he's done it before. And if
he's done it before?
He's done it before.
Give us the example. When?
I give you an example where Ghana had a problem with the congestion in our port.
Yes.
He brought people together, made sure that we expanded the port. I give you an example again where Ghana had problem with exporting and importing and bringing in investors. He did it, and we have Terminal 3, so and so forth. He's done it before.
And I remember when you were going to the IMF.
Yes.
You built your homegrown solutions.
Absolutely.
By drawing in expertise.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
I say
so he can redo it. And what I want to say is that if you have, let me give you a biblical injunction. Okay. So remember David.
Yes.
He met Goliath. He was a tough, tall order. A very tall order. Even his own brother said that he's a stubborn guy. He had nothing to do at the war front.
Yeah.
And can you stand Goliath? People were shouting that he couldn't do that. But David remembered that some time ago, God gave him power to overcome the lion and the bear. So once God had done it before with him, he believed he could conquer Goliath. At the end of the day, he actually did it.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is that Ghanaians should know that God empowered His Excellency to do this in the past. He can do it again. The same power that he's working with, he will do it.
So what would we see when you set up this platform? What would you discuss? What would it culminate into?
So we want to hear their voice, even though we also have our voices. We want to hear their voice. Is it the case that they have other special needs that have not been considered? We'll consider that. Is it the case that they have other ideas that we have not considered? We'll consider that.
But in writing your People's Manifesto and even resetting Ghana Manifesto, you went around talking to the people. You met special groupings, associations. You met TUC, you met one when you... And that's the basis for the formation of your manifesto. So why waste another time in meeting people again when you have work to do? You have just 4 years old.
I know. It took him a couple of weeks and months to reset when he was in power.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to do all of this. So when we say we are going to meet the people, it's just a matter of receive that. So we have our plans, we have the base plans, the base thing that we want to do. Just a matter of listening again to them. Is there something that you think we must add? If there's nothing to add, we just move on.
Are you envisaging that something would change? I mean, what they have told you before writing your manifesto, by the time we get to, say, January 7, 2025, there'll be new developments for which you would have to meet the people.
Well, anything can happen. All he's saying is that even if there's nothing to discuss, he wants to make sure that they're all on board. Tell them that this is what I want to do, just to give them a voice. I don't really believe that there can be something fundamentally, new. It's possible, though, but just to give them a voice is what he wants to do. Bring everybody on board. As those who have something to say, say it, and we just move on.
Okay, the job factor of your trade and industry policy, walk us into it. How is it looking?
So the job factor, people will produce some more. Supposing it's in the agri sector, we have more people to produce, or will buy, or give them a chance to sell. Okay, so they produce some more, they get more money, and then we also process them. We add value to them. We're going to get people who will be in the processing sector, so on and so forth. He's going to be the number one, policy maker. He's going to be the number one person going around doing all the legwork for us to export. So as exporters are going to get more job to do, so and so forth. Industry will get more work to do. At the end of the day, it's about work. Whatever we are doing is about work and adding value to what we are doing. So he's very much interested in people, especially young people who are coming out of school and they have nothing to do, that they should get jobs to do in every sector, from agri to manufacturing, even packaging. Very, very important. To all those things, factories, industries, create jobs for our people, even media work, so and so forth. One other thing he's been talking about is that the population. We are just about 51% of the population are women, about 49% are men. But when it comes to industry, when it comes to work, when it comes to money, financing, women normally don't need too much by practice. But if it comes to growing their businesses, they need a bit of money to do that. And they don't have, either they don't have the means to do that, they don't have the collateral to do that. He wants to focus on creating the Ghana Women's Development Bank. That is
Ghana Women's Development Bank.
Women's Development Bank.
Right.
That is women-led, women-controlled,
women-driven,
and providing concessionary loans to women, not only to start their businesses, but to grow their businesses. I know that people talk about Maslock. There's Maslock, so and so forth. Maslock is doing his job. Maslock is open to everybody, men and women. This is a special, how they call it, instrument. It's a special facility to ensure that women, get the necessary facilities that appeals to their needs and that satisfies their needs to grow their businesses, make it bigger and bigger. Because if the women are actually covered, and if the women have a good job to do, if the women are growing their businesses, Ghana will be safe, and Ghana will be better off.
When you listen to Donald Trump and he talks about trade in America, he has an American first agenda. Do we have something similar
we have the
coming up?
We have the Ghana first agenda. We have the made in Ghana products agenda. In fact, under JM, in his last term, in his previous term, we had the made in Ghana board or committee.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
Now Ghana.
Yes. So the idea was to brand. The idea was to brand Ghana.
Wow.
Brand Ghana.
I heard brand Ghana.
Fantastic.
Some time ago.
Eat Ghana. Do everything in Ghana. I think we are going back to that.
Wow.
We want to make sure that the Grand Banner concept comes back, and then we produce what we eat, and then we eat what we produce. So I remember Uncle Danlati used to
domestication.
That's our idea. That's our idea. So we're going to move in that direction to make sure we use government power and government influence to state institutions that can, if you have to buy something Ghanaian, or if you have to buy something that you want, the first option should be for made in Ghana products, unless we don't have them.
And I've heard President Mahama on a number of platforms say that government is going to lead by example. So, for instance, made in Ghana products, government would be buying them. So, say cars that are made in Ghana, government will lead the charge. That's also Kodjo Kantanka cars. Is that what you're suggesting?
Not only that, but even agricultural products. So if we are producing our rice, for example, we are producing our sugar, so and so forth, why don't we buy the made in Ghana rice? Because it has a multiplying effect. It will create jobs for our people on the farms. It will create jobs for those transport owners who are bringing them to the cities. It's going to create jobs for those who are adding value to it. So things like that, and including the finished products, it's going to lead the process and use the influence of government as much as possible. Ministries, departments, agencies should consider Ghana first. Ghana first, exactly. So that's exactly what he's going to do. And he's done it before, and he's going to do it again.
I get you when you say you will lead, but how are you going to get the buy-in of the people? Because they say you're foreign acquired taste.
I agree with you.
What the local gene besiwo and the foreign gene besiwa. Even nananum cry you gunsa wo many more. Foreign gene.
So we need to go through a lot of orientation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A lot of orientation, and then champion the made in Ghana products. Make Ghana products, make them brands. Brands that can compete with foreign brands.
How do you intend doing this?
So we're going to, if we have to use the media, we have to meet people, talk to people, then we have to improve the quality of the product that we are doing, so that people will not just say that they are going to buy made in Ghana. Even if the quality is bad, we want to ensure that there's quality. Everybody is working. There's quality, and then they use the power of government, the influence of government, and lead to make sure that we actually do that.
Okay. Still on trade, importers and exporters have been talking about the number of taxes slapped on products that they import from other country, and even those that are exporting are complaining. What's Mahama's policy or plan on this?
His Excellency JDM is going to review all those policies. For the last time we counted, there were about 23 taxes or so.
Hey.
So he's going to reduce. He will scrap levy, emission tax, emission levy. He will scrap all of them. But people will say that, but you need the money. But he says that he's going to cut down the number of his ministers to about 60. Now, every minister will normally come with he'll be giving all kinds of perks to operate. Once he cuts those things off, we'll save some money over there. Okay, so that we don't need those taxes because the taxes tend to destroy business if it's too much. So he take off all those taxes, And then when we had a meeting with Gusta and others, this has come on things that they talked about. And they also want to make sure that we have a stable foreign exchange so they can plan. Sometimes they go outside, they also want to bring some things in. By the time they return to Ghana, the city has gone down.
That's right.
He's thinking about changing the law, the forest law, so that instead of every week the forest is changing, maybe we can have about 3 months or say 1 month, 3 months or so, so that there'll be some stability on the market, on the forest market.
Help us understand. Are you saying that every week now, forex in Sesano has got to do with the law?
Yes, because the law requires that it is done every week.
Okay.
It's done.
What is done every week? The review.
Exactly. It's done
of the forex.
Of the forex.
Every week.
Every week. But what he's going to do is that he's going to, and this idea were not only brought in by the AG and Guta. Many Ghanaians have been talking about, and they're saying that, His Excellency, can you help us out? Can you give us some briefing speed? Maybe 1 month or 2 months or 3 months so we can plan. And he's a law-abiding citizen. He will not just say that nothing should work in that way. So we have to change the law. It's a policy statement. Amend that policy so that maybe instead of every week, it can be every month or every 2 weeks, every 2 months or 3 months or any other period that maybe the customs people or the Bank of Ghana would think is viable to do. Okay. And then we change the law.
But if your city is weak, it's weak.
No, but it gives you time to plan. It means that in the next 3 months, assuming that we go by that, in the next 3 months, the value of the city against the dollar will be the same. Okay, will actually be the same. And to such a time that it changes again, so people can actually plan with it.
Right. Okay. Mami Kwame, so just briefly, let me bring in lawyer Beatrice Anan, where Kasama for Abedi Emma His Excellency John Dramani Mama. Since Kasafa His Excellency John Mama, the Niswadi within the trade and industry area no. Yankwa Homano so yen say san komo no wogusu awone amanfo AD wabra wo hye omo wo yebuno ene ne importem ho a. Lawyer Beatrice Anan ye mo ache mo akwaba. What studio say many Dr. Eben Anua ama ena etwetwe nkomo ye di nkomo dia fa His Excellency John Mahama na niswade hunu within the trade and industry sector. Baby amo no ye buno ne importem ho no. Dwadie kwaso ho pa ena amanfo so ta kwa ama no ne kokra no ma e de ba man mu. San nkomo no ne Mahama niswade hunu no woni amanfo ache no mu hunu ne sei.
Minya meda ase na makase ebe me se ye bedu no ha titi enene nan sama ade abono fo nyina ye titi bono region ye ni so na o hwe nsama ye John Dramani Muhammad Sugana ye nsama ni di kan ebe ejuma bebre emebu.
Yes.
Yeah, Bruni kind of said the overriding considerations about the trader employment. In conforming economically empowered that trade will not grow. And we recognize that fact. And see, they enable ne to bonds and now all campaign strong. Titun inuma yebenya ama imebunu na uye no fi ha bunu ha omuye kashi and he idea ba in line with our vision for trade and industry said to build a cashew processing factory in the Bono East and Afro region. Sunny beya you basically export cashew na yenya foreign currency. Now in Lebanon so unusual. Now we will also add value to the cashew. Now South Africa so every year 24 hours. And if you said Lebanon or Meniajo afei dodoɔ no nso yɛ fiafo.
Yeah.
The message on the Farmer Service Support Center or this na the fiafo benya siblings, tractors, every farm input at that moment, and a bear or more door at the possible. What you say, bonus war of my magic, and I'm waiting just a message. I think I feel near the kind. A Boba, and I'm your talking in town, in Canada.
Yeah.
A Boba, oh, share. You say, young people be bridge and say, Sika. NPP are buying me back to now for. And you on Saturn area, when kind of silent to some. It's on the Picania would be an alpha airport. And to call us dream catastrophe for your country, airport for Ghana, or shut them for NBC, among your poor to me every few on my side. But just as he comes. Under the operation, we cover all routes. So, a manual phone now, lesson. Say, you're pressing me at the year of my year. You're pressing me at the pray and principle. I am pressing me and found in Japan.
That's right.
And see, I don't know, the ocean, the applause. Now the young people when you are dinner, put me who say more than ever no ampa human young people more than ever ampa in creatima a handful for. Then wait dear, you no say the reason why Omu expresses the anger, they are not doing certain things. Say Omu GDS NDC is coming to right the wrong. And see, and also or the two guys. I think so. Women's Development Bank, me Yamakoyo or Banner, the man secret and Women's Development Bank. Which I don't function. Now, only member Bono, not Women's Bank, the men here, the young couple, I get to by a bar, only man bomb combo. That only the one or more jump, a decline of jump, a walk. In sample, not a decline of jump. Now, a muscle one first, also Women's Development Bank now, a best facilitator of trade. Now, a boosty a deal more than Pino. A moody a corner in share and a bad one. Amma and DC. It sounds only the one would get to the ashes. The one man, Nanka would be able to see what GN Bank and banking kitchen. Buying wedding and starting for a thing.
Yeah.
Ain't he? We had to sell to be at your master. And now, or a national development and now women's bank may ever. Now, a mother, baby, not only. The air and go up another man, maybe in Bank and for this apartment. And then the pass us there. Only your former will make a house and we didn't be Kwame Minkah, but we didn't do so. That. Yes, Nancy, come Thomas side to the Camus. And the man, a yana, you didn't any crash and the benefit of house. I'm being so. I thought the chicken of the toy. Not for about to keep this guy as if I will see a trap. Now, she and the old young of our house of the book with them.
Some more.
Say, yeah, at the one, not a dear made you. I say, mountainous, apparently, a man in the kind of now, and bank and
Hello, lawyer. I said, baby, on the no. Lawyer, what's the main? Baby, I know which you know, so bit to make you know, and I can't interview stop. Hello, lawyer. Yeah, I want to tell Tom. And Nanka, what the baby see Nanka, what back said, ye almost see Boju almost so the way a man for from Pem, a poof from Fear Monet, a big jail for cop, and now prove is Nanya 7 get to cry. Ebru is a doma a puba bontaina omobesia His Excellency John Mahama. Now what ye lawyer Beatrice and Dr. Ama Nesem na carrying in a and she say a man diegu manifesto moi President Mahama Guswa what catch a man for. People are accepting the policies. They are excited about it.
That's true.
But the question is the how, because fiscal space amudebe operate amubeti mejina so ama normal we nyina abem. How would you create it? Wabira muba abem a for the normal way ba abeso amoso.
By that you mean how we're going to get the money?
Yes, how are you going to get the money?
So there are two ways you get the money. First, you reduce your expenditure. You just focus on the things that are really necessary. That's the reason why, for example, it's talking about the import. We'll call them avoidable imports. If we can avoid them and produce here, we'll save some money there to actually do those things. Number two is to reduce the size of government. Again, we can make some savings there and we can use that. But beyond that, it's also going to ensure that we add value to what we produce.
Yeah.
So we can export. And the more we export, the more we get money. So these two can come together to give us some breathing space to actually develop, this country. And is determined to do that.
Okay. The determination in one. I think I'll come back to and some now so with regards to your friends say the trade and industry area. You are making a point.
Yes. So I want to add to what Beatrice also said.
Yes.
When we're in power, when JDM was in power, he's created the industrial hub in DwaboAse to create a condition where artisans will come together and work. We're going to go back to it and expand it. He's going to do that. And then also, as I said...
And you've targeted certain areas?
We've targeted certain areas.
Like where? Mention these areas.
So, DwaboAse is one.
Yes.
Yeah, the 6 new districts. We're going to create modern markets for them, like the Kedita type of market.
Okay.
We're going to create it for them. We're also going to ensure that from Elobo, the big cities that do a lot of business, Elobo, Wa, maybe Paga, and the whole Aflau, so and so forth.
But Kedita market, and I'm
so we expanded it.
So how would you build this market?
Yes.
Would you go and borrow?
Yes, we'll find money to do that.
How?
But
where?
If we have to, remember we have an IMF program already.
That's right.
We are not just going to back away from that. We are going to meet for IMF and see how we can go about it. Where it needs for us to borrow, we'll borrow. But as much as possible, we can also use PPP. And these are some of the things we are thinking about, PPP, to make sure that we produce these modern markets so Ghanaians will work. At the end of the day, you listen to Sister Beatrice. We're talking about jobs. People are looking for jobs. Once we open up these markets, create modern markets, we provide light, we provide security, and they are working, and they're making their own money, then we are resetting Ghana on another path, a different path at all, making Ghanaian workers the central part of everything we are doing.
Dr. Ama, our time is almost up. Walk me through the garment and textile industry. What's your plan?
So, if you go to the north, especially, they plant cotton.
Yes.
To some extent, we don't have value to it. We just export it, and we get relative from that. We are going to ensure that we revamp the textile industry, so they will the cotton will be fed to the textile industry. They produce textiles for us as a base material, also for others to take it up and produce more. You see, it's very, very important. This is going to create jobs not only for the people in the Bottle region, but people in the north. And then we can also bring in cotton from other parts, the other countries around us, bring the cotton, add value to them, take them to Japan. It's something that DM is determined to do. So look at it. The dress I'm wearing right now, you have to get it from China.
That's right.
Even though we say,
it
it's made in Ghana,
we
only saw it here. We get it from China. But can't we also do that here? It's possible, and we are going to do it. So the textile industry is also key. What His Excellency DM is actually going to do.
Okay. There's a question here about protecting Ghanaian businesses from foreigners. Recently, Guta was up in arms with regards to how expatriates are taking over their business. How are you addressing this concern in your manifesto?
We're saying that because we are signatories to all kinds of treaties.
Treaties, yeah.
We just can't sack people to go. The thing to do is to ensure that our products, the Ghanaian products, are of quality. Okay, we ensure that we advertise them, and we'll ensure that Ghanaians change their taste. Once we do this, and then Ghanaians begin to buy made in Ghana products, the need for foreign products will actually go down. So we are going to do that in an indirect manner. We are not going to sack people from this country, which we can do actually. We can do that. Right? But His Excellency is determined that you put in all the mechanisms to ensure that
it's all about competitive advantage.
Absolutely.
So how would you help the local traders be able to stay, afloat?
One way is to ensure that they have quality products. All right. If people know that they have quality products at affordable prices, of course, then they go for made in Ghana products. But if the quality is bad and the prices are also bad or very high, then you can understand why Ghanaians will go for foreign products. So it's all a mixture of good policies. So for us to reduce the cost of production means that we should have affordable energy, we should have good security, so on and so forth. And we should have the materials in abundance at affordable prices. In that sense, we'll come out with products that are also affordable. And Ghanaians, because they are sensitive and they think right about what they are actually rational, they'll go for Ghanaian products as against foreign products.
Dr. Ama, thank you. That's how much time will allow us for. We'll do a part 2 of this conversation where I'll bring in our listeners as well who have lots of questions for you. For instance, this one says, Kwame, all the airport lands are for future development projects of Ghana Airport Company and Ghana Civil Aviation, and therefore selling the airport lands to private developers, especially very close to a strategic edifice like this, Terminal 3, is not prudent at all. I mean, that's a concern he's also raising. A number of them on our WhatsApp console, but time is not our friend at this time. So, Dr. Ama, thank you. That's it, pa. Oh, you are done.
That's what you are done.
You say she be abusia. Ani adi jumedi anibesi. DwaboAse or Power 97.9 afeso TV XYZ. About je me da say o messages that what you back. O say eye John Mahama papa bi sana what by close along so ye da say and no messages are what they by George in there and then Maria dam ne mo amudi yeti e wo Facebook ni nyina ye dam nyina ma say and no messages are what they tie jumadi no echie. Ya dey see ajimanie power nie or the power mid morning Ebremo radio so what TV so ye yi musini ni ebo mo nyom pram to akase abo beba inside politics so beba with Mugabe ma say ye be bye bye.